We are now recording. Hi, just say a couple things. Yeah.
Hello, here's the levels.
Oh man,
Yep.
we got some. We did some levels. Jeff, you're gonna need to say something.
Do I have to?
I mean, yes. You got tricked into it, you fool.
Oh, piss.
You absolute.
Split attack.
Yeah, you absolute fool. All right. Does anybody want to recap what happened last session? I didn't even upload the video yet. I've been too fucking busy. There's been too much going on and I'm so tired. My sleep schedule is just complete fucking ass.
Last time was downtime.
It was kind of downtime.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I ran it. Why the fuck wouldn't I remember? Yeah, that's the one where y'all had kind of separate missions to do following, just the fallout of the previous actual mission. Bryn and Lyra went off to save Garth's reporter who was being targeted by IPSN or Harrison or someone. You don't know exactly who, but you
Some
also
corp.
know
It doesn't matter. It's a corp.
You also know that they did not kill her because you saved her, and also got one assassin extremely beaten up at the end there.
That happened off screen. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm. And then let's see. Sylvia, just had a talk with Cinder. And then they just had a non-serious fight because the talk went well.
Cinder's not allowed to be vulnerable in public. If anybody is observing Cinder, if more than one person is observing Cinder, she is incapable of being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about correct. Starting at the beginning of the mission in the Flavor Town, I believe you all received a message. Null had talked about some plans that she had made in terms of trying to figure out how to prevent Meliora from basically creating, a gate and bringing in allies from outside of Overture. Or fleeing, or if she is going to flee, make her flee into a sun or something. Sure, you can jump out of a gate into the middle of a black hole, and also that she had thought that maybe it would be a wise decision to maybe go back to original Quinn Prime and try to get through to her that this is dumb and bad and please make it stop. And everybody thought that was a terrible bad idea. It was just dumb and bad. That's stupid. It's wrong. What is wrong with you? It has been concluded, I think, by Bryn and other members of this team that what Quinn Prime is probably obsessed with is getting her hands on the woman that has the honorific name Kovanen, on Hafsa, who goes by also known as Rasha. And so, if Null, who is also Rasha currently, goes to Quinn, then that Quinn gets what she wants, kind of. And that would be not good, because there's nothing stopping her from just leaving and keeping you all locked in this loop. So maybe don't do that. So you're on the Flavor Town and you've calculated where this is and you're getting ready to pack up onto the Alice Lynn. And I guess, what are you all bringing with you? Because the Alice Lynn and maybe the Adolith, but probably the Alice Lynn only, unless you want to bring the Adolith, because it's the one with the guns and this is going to be some serious business.
I mean, the Adolith also has guns.
That's true. So what are y'all bringing with you? And by all means, let me know if you're taking the Adolith too. I already put it on the map, but if you don't, that means I can delete it from the map.
I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't. It's really the best way to store mechs. The Alice Lynn does not have a lot of room on it.
Yeah, it's true. So what are y'all taking with you? And also, as you answer, I'm going to go to the bathroom, so type it.
Alright, what do we bring with us?
As in, what mechs we bring with us, or?
Well, was gonna say, I've decided on the Edelweiss Mark II, but like I'm one of the only people who really has multiple mechs to choose from, so.
I was gonna say I have
I'm sticking
either
with
the
the
Queen
with
Grace.
the Red Wing, which is not in this map actually. Now that I'm looking at the hangar.
Technically, I have 3, but one of them is a backup in case we are in small environments. Do we know if they were going to be in a smaller environment?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, out of character, I've seen the map. It's more hallway based, but we'll have to wait for Jenner to get back to answer that. Like, if we would know ahead of time.
I'm gonna say that I bring for sure the mech I'm usually in these days, the Everest, but I'm not sure what else to bring.
I'm gonna keep going my new mech for now.
The lead wing is really, really badass, so I think you're making a wise decision. I definitely didn't put a bunch of mechs that are resistant to kinetic damage on this map.
Do we have any intel as to like the
What are we expecting?
terrain?
Because I may swap out some weapons.
The intel that you got is basically what the math that Hyrule did, right? What Hyrule did is basically brained some math of the most likely radius that Meliora could be in, and you're going to her like last location before she jumped, and this is as far as she could go with light speed based on Hyrule's brain, which is very good. So what you're expecting, I think the person who would best know what you are expecting is Bryn and Svava, since they both served under Vadim. So what Svava has said to you, and by the way, she's looking way more recovered from her injuries. She's still a little rough, but she's definitely not like on death's door anymore, right? So what Svava tells you is that she suspects that what few remnants of that acid reflux unit that you've run into a couple other times are probably going to be palling along with Vadim, right? And she says that Vadim's forces, as far as she knows, Bryn, and you can correct her, but at least from what she saw when she served under him as a colonel, is he's all about that collateral damage. He doesn't really care about his own soul. He's all about that friendly fire and collateral damage. He doesn't care about his own soldiers.
There's no such. I think what it is there's no such thing as committing too many resources.
Yeah.
So
to combat for him.
So my original question was actually less about OPFOR and more about like, are we planet side? Is this a space thing or?
What Svava has said is. What she found out through the resources that she has from a plant that she has on in Vadim's personal retinue is that they're currently exploring a space station, like not too dissimilar from the Flavor Town, except extremely dissimilar to the Flavor Town because I used a different map for it, but shut up. For reasons that Svava doesn't know. But she assumes it's to figure out, like, gate stuff for Meliora, right? Or something to that nature. That would be her presumption. So this, where you are meeting Vadim, is, and then tracking Meliora from there, right? To just find, like, any residue that she left behind when she jumped.
So it is in space?
Yeah, it's in space.
Okay,
let's be clear here. We're not meeting, quote-unquote, Vadim. We're confronting.
Yeah, when you confront...
It's different.
I'm just trying to... Okay, for clarification, I'm just trying to figure out if I should... Like, the only reason I asked is I'm just trying to figure out if I should take EVA equipment. That's, like, literally the only thing I need to know.
What I, the GM, will tell you, so I don't have to negotiate this out of character, and we can translate into what Svava tells you in character, is this is a fight that is happening in space, outside of a space station, that will then have to happen inside of a space station.
All right.
So EVA equipment is a good idea to bring. Let me think. Yeah, I think I've figured out what my loadout will be.
Do I need EVA? If I can fly, do I need EVA also? Because I can already fly.
I believe if you have the fucking pilot talent, like the actual feats in that tree, fucking hell, you know, the
don't.
afterburners and shit, you can just have an Eva unit, but if you don't, then you kind of need
No,
one.
Eva's a very different thing because that's Spaceborne.
Yes, yeah. So if you have Spaceborne, you got the Eva unit, but
No,
otherwise,
I don't.
okay.
Yeah, I have a source of flight, but that's it.
Yeah,
I still have Space
I
Porn
believe,
one,
yeah,
dude.
I believe the Evo unit is what allows you to kind of move around space unhindered.
Normally.
Otherwise, like the physics of space just keep carrying you around.
It's mostly it just slows you.
Yes, the answer is that like if you're in space, you can move around fine. You're slowed if you don't have an EVA because you need to use whatever thrusters or AMBAC capability your mech has to move normally instead of getting to do bonus movement with them.
So I think what it would be then is I could fly by spending the heat and I'd be able to move normally, but if I didn't, I just moved, I'd be slowed.
Yes.
Is what I mean. Because it says, EMOD just says in environments you can fly and are not slowed. So I think if you can fly, you can do
that,
it.
Then yeah.
But you might have to, you still have to spend the resources to fly like you would normally on the ground, I think.
Yeah, you
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
actually
take
fire up your
it, then I have it.
Whereas EVA, you can just move without slowed for no penalty.
I don't care about giving him personalization, it's no big deal. 2 health, whatever.
Yeah, so what weapon are we bringing? Alright, I think I know what I'm bringing. Let's just play that mission.
Yep. All right. So you're on the flavor town and you're packing up and you're getting your things into the mech, and Quinn hasn't shown up just yet because but she has told you that she'll be right there, and she means it this time. She's not gonna like airdrop in later like she did on the Blair mission. But she shoots off a message through, well, not the matchmaker, because she's not actually sure. Well, she tries the matchmaker, but she also sends a backup message. She hands a backup message off to Gunner, the Nimish, the NPC that I've mentioned a couple times. But she sends this message to Cinder, hoping that Cinder will either read it on the matchmaker that she hopefully printed up, or receive it from this weird rat that she doesn't know. Who they'll probably just like shoot it into her cockpit or something. I don't know. Gunner will figure it out. But if Cinder reads the message, and regardless, I'm going to announce it anyway, and you could choose whether or not Cinder reads it. All it says is, "It's very easy, I've found from my own experiences, to pick up the sword and fight the righteous battle. Against the forces of evil and darkness, and harder to realize that you were the one who was being the darkness all along, and more difficult indeed to put down the sword." And with that is the recording of her lowering her sword from Cinder and walking away. Easy to wield a blade in righteousness, difficult to lower it. And then she gets out of the matchmaker and she looks over at Null. And then she walks over and Null just basically drops out of the little, like, Link's cat, robot body that she printed out for herself and goes and inhabits the mech that is her actual body and waits for Quinn. And Quinn just basically jumps up into, well, the distortion that is the Lich, and pilots it onto probably the Adalith, because probably the Adalith, because she's more familiar with that one. So yeah, and you head off to the mission, and on the way to this location, which you're probably just gonna have to take a blink gate over to it, one of the many blink gates that Issa and other people have basically laid out to you, like proved to you, like shown you where they are in space. But while you're jumping, Quinn pokes in on Isadora, who's probably piloting, if people will let her poke in on Isadora while she's piloting.
Yeah, Isadora's usually fine with that.
And so Quinn does a little knock on the door frame, which I don't know if that will even make noise. It's space. I'm sure. Let's say it does.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "You're busy, so you don't have to answer now. But if we make it through this, I wanted to know if Issa told you anything about how their people, our people, view death.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to hear it when we have time. Probably not now. She says, just like looking out, into space.
Well, I mean, from our perspective, it's a bit of a downer because it's death, but it's an upper as well. It's a wash, basically. It is what it is. It's still not a great time for that, though.
Is it ever? But yeah, definitely right now is not a good time. There's never a good time, but this is not the time. She chuckles, shakes her head, and says, "Thank you. Let's get out of this alive together." And she drops her hand from the doorframe and walks away.
Jenner, that reminds me.
Yo.
Because you said Issa.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still put that fire thing on one of my weapons?
Yeah, you can always attach the fire thing to one of your weapons.
Okay. It's on one of my guns. One of my accurate guns. I totally forgot about that. It's a D3, right? We said?
Yeah, it is either 1d... I think I just said it was a flat 3 damage because 1d3 is weird.
I think we just did that because I had so much burn damage already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will remember this.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. We are traveling through space.
Mm-hmm. But you arrive. Just a minute. These people are still arguing with me. Nah.
Stop. Maybe just ignore that for a while and just come back to it later. It make them think they won until you strike back later, like 2 hours.
Classic internet technique.
Yep. I'm sorry I was doing something important, but now I'm back to this. To imply that this thing is not important to you, therefore you're the winner.
Yeah. So, alright. Yep, so you get there, it's time to move the map over. Quinn probably just spends her time, like, in the mech bay, just fiddling about. So here you are, please pull yourself into... basically the radius around the Alice Lynn and Adalith. Like, don't get...
You'll have to resize my pod.
Don't get too frickin' rowdy here, you rascals. There, I think that's correct. Hold the Alt button to make it... Yeah. Let me, like, put a temporary circle around this. I hope that... Yeah, there we go. Like, it's still a bit too big. Like that, and then let me actually move it. Yeah, there you go. Just keep it. Hey, no edges on the outside, you cheater.
I'm just trying to figure out what is this grid.
I
think you did vertical instead of horizontal.
I might have done the wrong hexes. Hold on. I did do vertical instead of horizontal. Why did Jeff not start screaming and hollering?
I didn't even notice yet. I was busy putting my health in.
There we go.
Why did Jeff
That's
not
better.
start screaming and hollering immediately?
I was looking at CopCon.
This isn't Jeff. This is an imposter. There's an imposter among us. Please vote Jeff. Vote Jeff because he's fake. This is a fake Jeff. This is not my beautiful best friend. So you zap in, and I mean once you zap in, I've got bad news. Vadim, is horrible and evil and just opens fire on you. His troops just open fire on you. Because fuck you. And so it'll be these two right here who have just been basically laying in wait, watching the blink gate for people to pop in who will be firing at y'all. So that's fun. That's a fun thing that's happening. Thank you for deploying yourself. So asshole 1 up here is going to be targeting Sylvia with a smart weapon. So this is attacking your E defense.
Yep, just roll it. I know what you're doing. Go ahead and roll.
So,
yep, that hits.
Okay.
That would have hit my regular evasion. I'm only 16.
What do you think? So you take 2 heat. That's lovely. Enjoy that, I guess.
And do I take any damage?
Yeah, and you are going to take, it looks like 6 energy damage?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it though, currently, but apparently it also sticks to you and makes it worse going forward, according to what I'm reading here, which is always fun and good. And then it looks like that's a full round action. Why does it do so little when it's a full round action? This sucks. Hey, I'll have to read it later.
You're playing a Scourer. I'll tell you why. It's because when you do, number one, I think you set the tier too low.
Okay.
Number two, the whole point of a Scourer is like as you shoot, if you focus down the same target multiple turns in a row, like it's intense returns. The first hit is not the bad one.
Yeah,
It's
the pulse laser, 10 range, 4 energy damage, plus 6 attack bonus main cannon. This can make 2 attacks at a time, targeting the same character or 2 different ones. So it's got.
This is not a Scourer then. Never mind.
No, it is the Scourer.
Right, so
this is the Scourer. Scourer has the pulse laser here. You haven't scanned them yet, but here you are. It's right here. I'll post it in the chat. Hold on, just a moment. Rap. This is the pulse laser. It's range 10, 4 electric.
Okay, yeah, this is not the same character I thought it was, but yeah, it's just. Okay, yeah, that's not a full action.
Yeah, it's not a full action. I read it wrong. So anyway.
Yeah, the big cannon on the Scourer is the one that's full action.
So the other one does the same thing, take 2 more heat, take 6 more.
This one misses.
Oh, well then never mind.
If it's not smart, then I'm fine.
It's still smart. It's got the augment that makes it smart. I put a little bullshit on it.
Okay. I will go to 22.
It's rude. And then the other one is going to try and hit you with missiles, which are not smart. So
they're dumb missiles.
They're dumb missiles.
Okay.
Oh no! Why?
Yeah. Go ahead. What is the damage? Don't panic. I'm fine.
You just take 2. Oh, good. I rolled low. But
okay.
The missiles. These are the little bugs that stick to your cockpit. So I need to roll 1d3 now. So you got 2 bugs on your cockpit that will tear you out of your cockpit.
Okay.
That's it.
So how do those work again?
You just have to either shoot them off or fry them off.
No, I mean, like, what mechanically do they do? What's my time limit?
I think it's per turn. Let me read the dang thing. I hate this. I hate that, like, it erased them and I have to basically fucking remake them. I'm so sorry. Go back, go to the encounter, roll the NPC. I believe it's this one, right? Or is that the immobilizer? That's not the right one. Here it is. No, that's the Razor Swarm. Spacer the Driving Swarm. No, that's not. Where is it? The Nanite Cloud? No, where the fuck is it? I hate this.
I think you're looking for core worms.
Yeah, they're the core worms, but I'm trying to find out which fucking one of these things has the core worms because it renamed them.
A pirate upgrade.
It unrenamed all of the mechs that I put in the fucking NPC roster, and now I don't know which one is what. And I hate this. I'm so sorry. I'm wasting so much time doing this.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Core worm rockets. 1D. It's on the assassin. 1d3 miniature drones attach themselves to a character within line of sight and range 10 and begin drilling into the target's cockpit in 1d3 plus 2 rounds. If any core worms are still attached, they reach the cockpit and savage the pilot, reducing them to 0 HP. The target knows how many rounds it will take for the drones to bore through and how many are attached. So 2 are attached. The target and allied character. Yeah, I'll roll the rounds here in a minute. I'm just finishing the explanation, but it's going to be 1d3 plus 2 rounds, so a minimum of 3 rounds. The target and allied characters adjacent to them can remove 1 drone at a time with a successful systems or engineering check as a quick action. Additionally, if the target is shut down, the core worms are confused and their timer pauses. So that's rude, but okay, so it's going to be roll 1d3. I hate this. I'm renaming them as I move through it. But okay, so minimum of 3. So yeah, 3 rounds before they burrow into your cockpit and eat your brains or whatever. It's rude. But yeah, so they unload on Sylvia because they know she bad, she mean. And then this guy who just core wormed you has 5 movement. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5 to here, I think. Yep. And that will end their turn.
All right, so I can do some damage starting off since I'm in a monarch. I know this is a multi-part mission, but this is a pretty good time to use the core system where I just hit everybody with missiles.
You may as well.
All right, so yeah.
many, just all the missiles. I remember the Monarch meme about you don't like missiles? Too bad, more missiles.
All right, so
and
choose any
missiles.
number of characters within range 50. That's everybody.
Yep.
All right, so let me just activate the core system on here. And let's see. So, everybody has to succeed on an agility save or take 1d6 plus 4 explosive damage. On a success, they take half damage.
Who are you hitting with this?
Everybody.
All of the enemies.
All
So
the
let me-
enemies? Oh, geez, let me roll. Hold on.
Yeah, so while you start rolling, I'll
1,
roll
2,
damage.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I'm just going to roll...
Maybe just roll in groups, Jenner, instead
I'm
of
just
doing it
gonna, I'm
individually.
going to roll 11 d20, right? And we're just going to see.
There are
So we'll start out with
All right, so
max
we've
9.
got 1 fail, 1 succeed, 1 fail, 1 succeed, 1 fail. 12 is probably a fail. 14.
Let's see, this is a... which one is this? Agility save. My save target is 16.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 succeeds, and everything else is a fail. So...
Alright, so everybody who failed takes 9 damage.
Okay.
Everybody else... we round down for this, right? So it'd be
Nah.
No, you round up.
You round up.
So it's
round up,
5.
So 5 explosives.
I'll always round up in Lancer.
I'm just going to make that. Okay, so you said they take 9. I'm just going to mark the actual damage they take instead of their total hit points. Not that you can see them. And we're just going to do that. Da 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 da. I hate this. I put too many enemies on here. I can't wait for you to start killing them. Da 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 da.
That was me last combat session.
Right? Keep going, folks. I mean, this would have been better if all of my NPCs hadn't been renamed, and it looks like some of the ones I made aren't even here anymore. And so I'm just gonna have to, like, not... You said 5 if they saved, right? So there.
Yep.
Hold on. Oop. I have to move that into the background, but for right now, I didn't realize I kept that in the foreground. There. Hold on, I'm moving that to the background now. Onto the map layer with you. Okay.
Alright, in the meantime... That seems to be a full action.
That's... I mean, it's pretty weak for a full action, but, I mean, I'll take it.
Well, I mean,
it's-
that's a lot of damage, just it's spread out a lot.
I guess.
I was
That's
about
true.
to say, Defner just did. So on this number of enemies, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 who took full damage, and then 4 who took 5 damage. So 20 plus 63. She just did 83 damage across the comp.
I mean, it would have been great if she had done 83 damage to just one person, but she didn't do that. Regardless. Oh. A minute. I had to... Alright.
Yeah, I don't have any attack options. Do I want to expend overcharge? I feel like Bryn would probably spend his turn better helping Sylvia.
I don't think it's gonna matter, but... sorry, I'm just...
Also,
Uh-huh.
when you have a moment, you should... Lyra's Pog is small.
Oh, where is... Oh, yeah, there she is. I'm gonna move you to here, and then I'm gonna make you big. And I think you were kind of here, and that should be about where you were. No, you were here, right? Like that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Bam. Alright.
So, that's my attack action. Let's see. Do I have any... Okay, so I only have one thing that has... threat, but that's my fuel rod gun. Don't really want to use that. I think I'm basically just going to move forward so I can take advantage of Flicker Shield Projector, so... Let's see, I get a movement of 8 with this thing. Just out of curiosity, where are we all planning on moving? Just sort of
So,
sweep around this way.
Is
you
this
think?
a standard combat mission? What's the mission goal here? We're trying to get to the station.
Yeah, basically, Svava... Well, one, you want to kill Vadim, right? But
Who is
Svava,
where?
who is
Don't-
you haven't even
there-
like he's hiding behind the wreckage. You, the player, can clearly see his fucking mech down here. Unfortunately, in this thing, your character has not been able to see him because he's hiding behind this wreckage.
Okay.
So the goal is to get there and kill that guy.
Yep, this guy.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to take a slightly less direct route, just because going down right seems like a poor idea.
Awful lot of no cover in this map.
Two,
Jenner.
Yeah.
Funny how I'm very, very. I mean, I could throw some asteroids
7,
around, but the
8.
truth, you know why there's no cover. You can actually see the debris.
Yeah,
Bryn.
no, I guess it's
Yeah,
intentional.
yeah.
They have the cover, we don't.
Yeah, well, they blew up the cover that you would have because it's Vadim.
If y'all want cover, I could go before you guys and plot myself out in the open, and you can use me for cover.
Okay, so that sets me as invisible. That's all 8 of my movement, so... yeah, I'm gonna save my overcharge for now, so that'll be the end of my turn.
Nice.
There's
Okay.
a way right towards them all. What we should do.
Mm-hmm. So I have to check the range of this weapon now that I know it is range 15. That's probably going to be able to reach. Oh no, you're 17 away. They're actually going to have to move to hit you, right? 17 hexes, and it's got to be range 15. Still have to move up. So I guess, wait, we have to actually count. Let's not be rude and actually count. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And that should put you within range, and they're going to get so fucking killed. But yes, you are now within range. Okay, so they are going to shoot you with +2 accuracy and a +6 attack bonus with our favorite, the marker rifle. You could totally recognize this fucking bullshit fucking rifle. And it's +6 to attack, right? Let me make sure. God, I hate this. Yep, and then it's been a while since I've GM'd y'all, so... And then Kingdom Hearts 1. So 18.
That'll hit the Edelweiss.
Okay.
This is not my
18.
dodgy one. It's only got an evasion of 16, which is pathetic as far as I care.
So you gain lock-on. So they get a lock-on on you. And...
Oh, actually, you need to roll invisible first.
okay. Yeah, it's true. I do need to roll the invisible. I don't think it, yeah. The 2 hits, though, darn.
Yep.
Well, that's
Okay.
good, though, because, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's good for them, because what it does is, this is the marker rifle. You receive lock-on, and so long as you have lock-on, you're also shredded, and you can't hide or become invisible, so you're now visible again. Well, I think if you started invisible, you probably get to stay invisible, unless getting...
No, you cannot. It does turn off invisible because
yeah.
it lights you up.
So you're also shredded, and now you're glowing. You're glowing with an incandescent radiance. It's gross.
I hate incandescence.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Yeah, thank you. It looks like that is just the main rifle, so it can do something else. Oh, neat. Okay.
So I have a question here. Are all of these different mech types?
Yeah, these are all different mech types.
So these are not the same model as each other.
They all look like the martyr models that you've seen before.
Okay,
Well, just
yeah.
because players would generally know that they're different.
Yeah.
So okay, like label them or something
Okay,
for us. We can see it.
do you remember the drill mission that I decided to scrub because it was rude and mean, and people got upset? I basically took the same NPCs that I used on the drill mission and I dropped them in here. So what we have here is the same, hive demolisher shit that you fought in the drill mission, except now they're here on the ground. So like,
Yeah, which is fine. What I'm saying is generally like as a player, you would usually have like we would know this is this mech type, this is this mech type, etc.
Oh, okay.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
Like we would, because otherwise we don't know who to begin targeting first.
Don't you have to scan them?
Well,
No,
we still,
so scan gets you the actual stat line, but generally in Lancer, with like basically no exceptions. You always know an enemy's class, and you always know its templates.
Okay, so I'll start putting in the templates. I'm very, very sorry.
Just pull in Advanced Wars and say this is the CEO that doesn't do that.
Yeah, right?
No,
Yes.
not allowed.
No. We're not doing that. That's too dickish, and I don't want people to get mad and start yelling at me. And
Like I wouldn't mind if we didn't know the class, but it's hard to like pick them or remember which ones we've attacked.
I'll
If we don't have a name,
I'll let you know
and
the
they
class
kind of
since
like
they're...
differentiate the three different things.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll let you know the
because like they're all using the same pog is the problem.
Well, they're all using the same handful of pogs, but you are not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to make a billion different fucking pogs for each fucking different thing. I didn't have time.
Fine. The nameplates is enough.
Yeah, I'm slowly but surely.
As long as we know which ones they are different from each other, and like some clue as to what they are, it doesn't super matter if we know exactly what they are, but we do need to know which ones are different from which other ones.
Right. There we go. Burp.
While we do this, I just realized I have Singularity Motivator. Do I want to use that reaction?
Singularity Motivator, is fun and sexy.
I got shots, so I can just say, see ya.
I'm gonna just name this one Pew Pew.
Take that reaction. That's all that is, right? Just, I get hit. Yep, takes damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, did I get damage from that? Was there damage on that?
I
Was
don't.
that just the effect?
It just affects you, and I have to look at what the scout does other than that. But I got distracted into naming all these things. It doesn't actually look like the scout can do anything other than light you up and make you feel really, really like you're gonna get blown up really, really bad.
Okay, so if it doesn't do damage, then that doesn't activate that, but I will remember to keep Singularity Motivator in my pocket.
Okay, all characters within Scout's choice within range 5. Let me see if anybody is within range 5 of the Scout, or if it has to move again, and I don't... Yeah, it's not worth it. So yeah, the Scout, I guess, it doesn't have a weapon, which kind of sucks. I should have given it a weapon. It does have the core worm rockets, so I guess it'll shoot somebody with the core worm rockets, because it has the core worm rockets too. I think that is the weapon I gave it, because I thought the core worm rockets were fun and cool. Looks like the range of the core worm rockets are just its systems. So its systems are... Where is your systems?
Sensors is, I think,
yeah,
what
sensors.
it should be.
Sensors is 20. Wow, that's rude. So it can just basically hit anybody with these. It's going to hit Lyra with them. So... Lyra, these are not missiled core worms. They're not flavored for anything. It's just, I believe it's just a optional system. So I guess it's a system save to avoid it. So
I mean, it would say on the thing if there's a save to avoid it.
it looks like it just happens, which sounds really bullshit. Let me copy.
Yeah, it does. Core worms are they're one use, and that's why there's
All right,
the specific
how much damage does it do?
countdown.
Yeah. All right.
It doesn't do damage. It's you've got bugs chewing into your cockpit, and you have
Let's
an X number of rounds to get them off.
Right.
1D.
Oh no, Lyra, they put bugs
3.
in her.
Okay, you got one whole bug, so that's good. That's better. And they will burrow into your oh yeah, and you got max. This is fine. this is completely fine.
Yeah, so in 5
Never-
rounds, you have to get it off before 5 rounds.
This bug is your pet now. This is fine.
Okay.
And now good guy turn, which means I can
Oh, you got it.
Alright.
Sylvia had 3 turns, right? Also mark.
I have 3 rounds, and I have
round.
2 worms. So what I'm probably gonna do is use my free action from being an Everest to get a worm out, and then I'm just gonna fucking I might do rudeness, because there is a non-zero chance of rudeness being the correct answer here.
I do love some rudeness.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, like, of all the characters to hit with, you hit with core worms, you hit the one person with, technically, if Sylvia goes to 0 without being down and out, I could finish this fight by just taking up Sekhmet Protocol the turn before I go down.
Oh no, yeah.
Because I can go on autopilot. Because Sekhmet Protocol still gives me all of my talents and everything, but I am on autopilot, and it is very specific that Sekhmet mode does not turn off even if the pilot dies.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weirdly convenient.
Yeah, so even in the worst case scenario, I'm probably fine.
I forgot which one this is. Keep going. I'm just reading, trying
Whose
to.
turn is it?
It's good guy's turn. So you pick who goes
Sylvia's
next.
doing a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do that now. So as a free action, I'll take an engineering check and see if I can get off one of the 2 worms, which I do.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yep. And I'm gonna... Let's do a... Are there any of these we want to take out first? I guess... I would rather take out an enemy who can act, but they're all too far away, so I guess I gotta get closer.
Yeah.
So I'm
Again, you can see like that. It's not pictured on the map, but you can see all of the space dust. Like you actually, it's kind of mixes the vision a little bit, but not in a way that I'm gonna punish you mechanically for. But you can tell these fuckers blew up every bit of cover that you could have had on the way to them.
Yeah. So move 7, boost 7.
And then you have another quick action, so you can at least do one swing.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I'll end here.
Nice.
And I'm going to go ahead and swing into the operator with my heavy weapon.
Okay.
Which will miss, but it's a kinetic hammer, so take 4 reliable.
Okay, let me just write that down. Hold on.
And then I am going to overcharge once and just go ahead and... Oh, wait, no, I'm not going to overcharge. I'm going to do the thing that I do.
You said 4? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I did 4 reliable, and then I'm going to activate Executioner 3.
Okay.
No escape.
Okay.
Once per round, whenever I miss with a heavy or super heavy melee weapon, I can re-roll the attack against a different target within threatened line of sight. So I re-roll the attack against the scout.
Okay.
And let's see if I hit that. I probably don't hit that either, because scouts are pretty swift. So scout will also take 4 reliable.
The scout has 18 evade, so yeah, you
but it will be 4 reliable kinetic. And then we will go ahead and overcharge, and we'll just go ahead and repeat.
What's your heat at now? Because you took 4 heat and overcharge
I'm
is
at 5.
5. Okay.
I'm at 5.
What's your heat cap?
8.
Okay, so you're not yet in the danger zone, I believe.
No, I'm in the danger zone.
Okay.
I'm past the danger zone. I'm not yet at capacity.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Yep. And the last thing I'm going to do is Yeah, I think the last thing I'm going to do is just roll to try it. Use that to repeat the engineering check. So I'm going to see if I can get that last worm off. Which I don't. Okay. End of turn.
Okay. It's time for the mean shit that was happening in that last session to start happening in this session. So, Isadora, when you're targeted by the marker light, you felt like you were just so exposed. And that's bad, because now this fucking guy down here, the, what are they called? The operator that Sylvia just shot is going to shoot at you with a very, very mean, nasty rifle, with +2 accuracy, but it's a +6, it's +6 attack. This is a heavy rifle, and it can make 3 attacks at a time, so it's going to shoot at you 3 times. So I'm just going to roll it 3 times. Here we go.
Well, let's see.
1,
So
2. Oh no. Okay, the third one might miss.
No, that's all 3 hit.
Yep.
Really? Oh gosh.
Although first off, what's the range on that? Just out of curiosity.
20.
20. I probably can't escape that with what do you call it? Yeah, no, I'm 10 away.
All right, so
I mean, I will still make his life a pain in the ass and activate exposed singularity from the first damage.
uh-huh.
1.
All right, so they take 1 damage.
No, that's just me going backwards 1 space.
Okay, you go backwards 1 space. All right. What the marker light rifle does is it makes you take 8 more damage on top of the damage you already take. Each of these blasts does 7 damage, so you got hit with 15 damage 3 times.
That's...
So you took
Ew.
40.
How the
Alright.
fuck am I supposed to survive that?
You're not. It's bad.
Yeah, I think the answer here is brace on the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
hit.
brace on the
I-
first.
Instead of using your
You
thing.
get hit by 15 and you're like, oh god.
Let's see what I'm doing here.
Okay, so instead of exposed singularity, then yeah, that's a brace.
Yeah, so with the brace, do the math, it will be 7 plus 8,
Ew.
which should be 15.
Oh, hey,
It's 15 per hit, then that's divided by 2.
hey,
so...
Jenner,
Yeah.
is this exposed weakness?
Yeah, it's exposed weakness.
It's on the first time you take
Okay,
damage after getting hit
only
with
the
marker
first
light
time.
rifle.
Okay, thank God.
That's still
All
a fuck
right,
ton of
that's
damage.
still
So that's
15, then 7, then 7. So 15 plus 14 instead of 45. Thank you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
first hit is divided
that's
by
29.
half, so that's 8. So let's see that. Okay, so it's 15, then 7, then 7, you said, right?
Yeah, then 7, then 7. So 15 plus 14, a total of
4.
29.
4.
But it would be 14.
And
It would be half of 14, which is 7 and 7. So yeah, or what would be half of
Okay,
7,
thanks
half
to
of 7.
Brace, I
Yeah.
managed to not lose a structure there. Also, I'm at 4 out of 20 HP, so you better not hit me again.
Nice. 420.
Alright.
I realized
Did any of that eat up the, what do you call it? The,
the worms.
oh,
no.
not the, I don't have worms. The
The lock on.
lock-on, yeah.
It does consume the lock-on. Well, they didn't need to consume the lock-on. It doesn't sound like it consumes the lock-on unless they choose to. So no, the lock-on stayed on you, though I'll consume it next time they shoot at you. Because I don't like to keep
Well,
lock-on
you can't,
on
because I have
people.
4 out of 20 HP.
Yeah.
I'm unattackable.
It's true. It's too nice to
Can't do it.
attack. It's too nice. All right, that's their turn because I don't want to do like two guys at once, 2 of them. So it is y'all's turn, and Quinn saw Isadora get blasted really hard, and like the null starts to like undulate. But it is player turn, and I think it's just Lyra and Bryn as far as PC and Coriander as far as PCs who have yet to go. So who wants to go next?
Jeff, you are muted, and you have been muted for a very
I
long time.
I was
not
not talking.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Unless you want to go, Jeff.
I think that we should just rush the boss.
Yeah.
Because these things are nasty.
These
Yeah.
things suck.
Why don't let me go next and see where I can hit, and you can use me as cover, and we can start like actually pressing. That sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Forgot I could actually just move it like that. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I move, before that, I'm gonna go ahead and do my customary opening battle Asura shit. Asura and spin up. I believe that is gonna be yes. So it's gonna be a starting heat of 3. Okay. Roger. I'm going to do is the first attack is going to be. Have we damaged? We have not damaged any of these demolishers, correct?
Yeah, I mean, they've taken the 5, but yeah.
Yeah. And the operator, we haven't really done much to, correct?
Yeah, and the operator
took like 4 kinetic from
the
swinging.
operator is the bad news bears.
Yeah, I'm going to do my. Let's see, make sure I'm in range actually. Okay.
I have to do some measurement from Quinn because she's gotta have to do a thing. I just gotta see how far away her biodad is. So 28.
I actually have
okay.
boost. That's one of my free movements, but that's fine. I have a free movement to do it with.
I believe in
Not
you.
free move, yeah. So that's fine.
I have to remember what Null's movement is because I think it's 8. But sorry, keep talking. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to hit the operator with the Leviathan cannon first.
Okay. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to hit him. Which, can you ping which operator? Because I think there is more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that one. Got it. Got it. Yep. Got it. Okay.
Is that hit him or because I have accuracy
15,
on this one?
let me check the operator's.
Yeah.
Thing.
Accuracy.
Yeah.
If you
I think the operator.
Not quite.
The operator.
19 should hit though.
Yeah. That the operator's evade is 14 actually, so both hit.
All right, so that will hit.
Yeah.
And I believe this is overkill.
So 17 damage.
I always forget which one is overkill.
Okay.
Yes, this is the other one's overkill. That's fine. So
it's still 17 damage.
The operator was already at 13, so hold on. So it was at 13. Hold on. Then you did 17, so that's a total of, it now has 30 damage on it. Hold on, I now need to do math because its HP is 20. So it takes 1 structure, and it's now down to 10.
All right, I will do
roll
my...
Roll low.
Yeah, hold on. And this is its last structure, so now if it takes structure and it rolls bad, it blows up. But this time, it will just lose something. Or be stunned. So 4 is it loses something. And the something it loses is
I believe that's a system.
That's a system. Okay, so that is I think no, I don't want. I think it would probably be the least dick, believe it or not, move since it needs to be removing a system to remove its trace drive, which lets it teleport when they make their standard move, because that means they can now trigger reactions when they try to move instead of being able to just move freely since they teleport.
Makes sense.
It looks like, and it also looks like that
Sylvia's
might be
poised to fuck stuff up.
I think that might be the only freaking system they have actually too. So yeah, it looks like that's the only. Everything else is a trait, so that's also the only system they have. So yeah.
I'm going to try and crit fish here. I'm going to overcharge to fire the assault cannon.
Okay.
And this one does it have armor? Actually, I would know that, would I?
Yeah, I can't tell you that. What are you trying to shoot?
Fine.
Though?
I'll just the operator again.
Okay, same operator. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, with 15 evade, you're probably going to hit it.
Yeah, I hope so.
You can do 10 damage. You're good.
I mean, on a 10 up, you ought to magically hurt.
Nice. Yep.
Oh,
do you have accuracy on that weapon?
No, I don't have accuracy on that one, unfortunately.
That
would be great. That's fine, because we got some stuff here. So this will be a Sabbath round.
Nice. So
okay.
The 7.
Dang,
yeah. Wow. 14. That will take its last structure, so you'll knock it back, but you also blow it up because that's its last structure.
Boxcars it to death.
Yeah. So where do you want it? Sabbath knocks it too. So what narratively thematic?
7 is armor piercing.
Oh, 7 is armor piercing. Well, okay, then never mind. I mean, you just shoot a hole right through it, and it blows up.
Nice.
Do you want me
to? Yeah, Jaeger's the one that.
Do you want me to put the X on it, or just remove it from the map?
Excellent, because that's big enough we could use it as cover.
Yeah, valid. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the person does pot out, and that something will happen because that happened, but not currently. But Jeff, I think Bryn can already ascertain what Vadim seeing somebody pot out of a mech will result in.
It's like that.
It's like that.
I mean, if he wastes turn shooting a goon, then that's less turns he's doing something.
You could think that.
Shooting the messenger isn't a free action.
Well, he has the gun that lets him shoot multiple people 3 times, so he can waste 1 shot killing somebody who paused. And put
That's
the other
still
2
one
shots.
less shot. Hey, as somebody who recently received 3 shots in a row, can I say I would be glad to only get shot twice instead?
It's true. All right. So that was Lyra's turn, and that was your full turn. It's now enemy turn. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna be also, if it's okay, moving Quinn on this turn for Jeff's sake, because Quinn can get Vadim into range, and I know Jeff really, really, really wants to shoot Vadim.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do you have that thing you can teleport other people?
Yep. I'm gonna do the puppet systems on him with Quinn, and pull him
Please.
over, assuming she makes the system the system check, right? But yeah. All right.
It's a
So enemy
invade
turn,
action.
and I forgot to make note of who's gone, but I'm just gonna try and get Sylvia with the Demolisher because I like the Demolisher. It hit hard. It gets +1 accuracy, but that just cancels out the -1 difficulty it gets from the super heavy weapon. So here we go. It's just gonna be a 1d20, and does it have any plus to this attack with the Demolisher? It's just +3. Here we go. It's probably gonna miss. It did. Yay!
Yeah, that'll miss.
It rolled the 1.
4.
I'm really happy that it just rolled the 1. Yeah. So it swings out at you and it misses, but it does. I did give it reliable 2, so you still take 2. But that hammer whiffed. But I put a little bit of extra fluff bullshit on some of these mechs to because the drill mission was such a joke. I gave them a little bit of extra punch, but if the tides start getting nasty, I will remove the bit of extra punch and start nerfing them because I don't like to be mean to players. But regardless, so you take 2 reliable, even though it misses, just from the sheer force of the quote-unquote wind, right? of it missing. But that, I believe the super heavy weapon is its full attack. Let me read. I believe it is a full attack.
It would be a barrage for a player, so it would be the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Also, to be fair, we also have at least 1 ship that is being piloted, if not both, via Adolith and Alicelyn. So if you wanted just to add attacks from them, you could.
yeah, I think I will add attacks from them when Coriander goes, basically. So Quinn's movement is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's gonna move to here. Hi, Lyra. And then she can. That's 1 move, and then she can actually spend a quick action to move again. And I have to do some measuring because I need to make sure that she even needs to do that. And she does, because her sensor range is only 15 now because I changed some of her stats again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She can't go there, so I got to get within 15. So I don't know if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She can't quite get to it. So she'll have to overcharge and take 1 heat. Grumble to just move to here. I'll put the heat on her. And then finally, geez, Biodad, you're all the way on the other side of the map. You're real rude. But now she
maps aren't usually supposed to be this big in Lancer.
Yeah. But again, I played this out and I did the math to intentionally make this kind of a pain in the ass, right? So yeah, so she's gonna puppet system Vadim. Puppet system is your target. It's a systems check, I believe. Your target make a systems attack.
You just do a hack. You just do an invade. You roll attack. If you win your target, if you hit your target's defense, they're fucked.
Yep. So it is a roll. 1d20.
Oh, take a laser die in this
plus,
one, please.
thank you, 7. Well, then I get plus 2d6 because Quinn gets a advantage on the first
You can
attack
use
of a
it
turn.
afterwards. You don't have to use it before. You can.
Okay, well, all right. So I'll do 1d6 kh1. Well, it doesn't matter. Come on. Oh, God, that got him. Okay, good. Yes, perfect. Amazing. So Vadim moves 9. 1,
And he
2,
takes 2 heat
3,
just for the
4,
tank attack.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 here. So Vadim is pulled, like his mech just is pulled, and it juggernauts through the wreckage, right? And just moves here, and he looks, well, you can't see him, but you know him. Like the fact that his daughter has just pulled him forward is probably not going to please him. But that I had to blow Quinn's whole turn for that. And she is standing right there where he can see her.
Maybe use the rest of you have more movement. Move back a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. She only moved forward 2, so 8, 7. So she has 6. 1. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can get here next to Sylvia. Yeah. Yep.
And behind the cover.
Yep,
so.
and behind the cover. Yep. So she'll teleport, or she just like warps away to there, and this weird freaking Gygas fucking mess is just undulating next to you. It's fun and cozy. It's your good friend Null. You've been through such good times together. Anyway, it is now that was enemy turn, and Quinn acted on enemy turn. So I made an attack. Yeah, that's right. I swung with the Demolisher. So it is now player turn, and I think only Jeff and Coriander are left in terms of players.
No, it's an enemy turn because Quinn just went.
No, the Demolisher went and Quinn went at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Because Quinn is an NPC for this turn.
All right. I'm gonna go. Can I move a little forward a little bit? Because like, what was the radius? I'm gonna move here because like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was
Next
that far
branch,
away
fine.
when I started.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. I'm gonna start flying just because it gives me bonuses, even though it doesn't matter in space. And I'm going to move a lot. Let's see here. I'm gonna move and boost. Okay, how far away? I still won't be close to him. So
This is a lot of space. I mean, Quinn did her best to pull him, and she'll keep pulling him. Right now that she's within range, she can just keep tearing him forward. But unfortunately, he was so fucking far away that she could only do that much.
I'm gonna move there. I'm going to. He's too far. All my stuff's really short range. I'm gonna unload on that scout right in front of me.
Okay, go ahead, because the scout is the one with the. You remember the drill mission that didn't actually happen, but you're taken back to an alternate timeline that is canon in this universe, in this campaign of when you were in fact hit by a Merker light rifle and it sucked ass actually.
Okay. So I'm within 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So here's I'm going to barrage.
Yep.
So that's a crit.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt the scout a whole lot.
I'm going
We'll
to
probably
shoot
miss.
my free one as pushing those. So that's a third attack. That's a crit.
Okay. Whoa. Hold on a minute.
Yep.
You will structure it with that first hit because it only had 10 HP. Because I gave it 2
Well,
extra. I gave it 2 extra HP and it was at 9. So when you first hit it, you already did a bunch of damage.
That 12 was not the damage. That was the second attack.
Okay.
roll.
The 12
Yeah,
will
12
miss.
missed.
But the third.
But let me
thing,
roll these
but
damages.
But the thing is, I think you blow this thing up because it only has 2 structure, and you're gonna do more than 10 damage with the other hit
Oh,
too.
well,
But
this-
go nuts.
Let's see how the attack
So
resolves.
that's 10 damage on those 2 hits.
10
Save as
damage.
burn.
10 damage from the total. Okay.
Yes. Oh no, actually, no. Hold on. Because that can be one of those d6s.
Yeah.
It's 11 damage. Sorry.
11 damage. Okay, so it was at 9, and it took 11. So hold on, 9 plus 11, we forgot, is 20. You just, it has 10, so you just did it. So I have to roll the first structure. Hold on, just to see.
Yep.
All right, so that is a weapon, right? I just want to see. So you blow off its Merker light rifle just, as insult to injury, and then you just blow it up because the next 10 is its actual thing, and that's its final structure, so it's gone. So there you go. Nicely done. Like I said, I didn't make these things too shitty, but they might still be pretty shitty. Tried to not make it too mean.
Let me see how far I am, because I still have more attacks.
Yep.
8. Do I have anything within 8? No. So I guess I'm not barraging, because I cannot attack anything else.
Yep.
That was a skirmish.
Yep.
I am going... What did let's see here. I'm going to boost. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get right here, kind of using the operator's cover. And now I'm going to overcharge.
Oh, everybody, do not forget that as a reaction, you can just take 10 on a roll and not roll. Because Quinn has that empath ability.
Yes, that's fine. I'm not doing anything too important here. I'm going to skirmish and then also shoot my other flex mount hand cannons.
You're shooting that team?
I'm shooting at... I knew too far. I'm shooting that demolisher there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you can just auto roll a 10, then Sylvia might want to take that. Just remove worm without worrying.
So that's a hit.
Yeah, that would be true. Yeah, just take the 10 the next time I remove the 4.
That is a hit, and you do your damage to the demolisher, and I have to go to the demolisher.
Oh, I actually did more damage to the other one. I forgot to add the +2 for each attack. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
The demolisher has 25 HP, so...
Past tense.
Yeah.
So that is 7 damage to the demolisher.
Okay, so that's 7, so 9 on what is 16. Okay. So it's
and
at
one more, the uncle.
Yep.
The uncle shoots it.
Okay.
At a shitload of difficulty because the way it is.
I think it's -2 difficulty.
It's 1 by default and then 2 more for the uncle.
Ugh, rip.
But the 24 hit.
Holy shit!
Oh,
nice.
Shit, no, hold on. No, that was wrong. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we rolled 25.
Here's the thing: just roll.
If your difficulty roll on okay, so it's barely not a crit.
It's a 17, so
yeah,
that hits though.
That's a 17, which will hit, and you do how much?
3d6 plus 4. I'm doing both barrels.
Good.
You're not hyped today. Geez, 3d6. That's 55. So that is 17.
Hold on.
Nice.
That is 33, so that will do it. That'll take its first structure, so hold on. 33, hold on, I'm just doing some math. So 25 minus 33 minus 25 equals, so it has 8 left after all this. And it takes its structure. The demolishers do have 3 structure, but this is its first structure because they're thick, right? They're thick boys. But that's a weapon. Hold on.
All right, so roll again. That'll be a system then.
Oh yeah, so it loses a system. So let's see. That's a reaction.
And I believe I did 4 hits with my hand cans, right?
Yeah.
I missed one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta keep track.
Yep.
And that is I can do nothing else. I'm done.
Yeah.
Sylvia, take a leadership die on my turn.
All right, I'm going to remove its sap. So I'm going to make a note that its sap has been destroyed. So you removed its ability to just bump you on the head and take you out. It's a tech system which has been been taken out, but it is sitting there. These boys chonk. All right. So where is it? I should be making note of the ones that have already gone. But okay.
So it's been Demolisher, Assassin, the Operator and Scout who died.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's like basically this guy hasn't gone. I can't remember if this guy has
basically
gone.
these two guys plus Vadim and the Zealot and the operator down here, and this scout haven't gone. But I mean that's a lot of turns.
Maybe
so.
just delete those ones
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
too far away. Just get rid of them. Just
well,
throw them off the map.
The thing is, don't worry, they will be deleted, and it will be happening here soon. But it's going to be happening on this, and it'll be happening next turn. Okay, there's narrative stuff that's going to be happening here, and also the ships are going to be shooting, and they'll probably be blowing up the operators because they're such pains in the ass. But for now, I'm going to shoot at Sylvia with the Hive because I don't like Sylvia. That's not true. I love you, Sylvia. Jenner, love you, Sylvia. But the enemies do not like you, Sylvia, because
rolling attack.
Please, Jenner, less banter, more rolling.
So they're shooting you with the Hunter Killer Nexus. This will just do 3 burn if it hits you. 3 burn, 2 heat. So here we go. And I think it's +6, and that's it, right? And I don't think this is smart. Well, it's a Nexus, so it is smart.
Hunter Killer Nexus is, in fact, a smart weapon.
Yep,
it's got
so here we go. So, but still...
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you take 3 burn, 2 heat. Oof.
Yep, so I'm at 7 heat.
Yep.
And I am currently on... Where is burn? And burn counter is set
The
3.
Hive is... This is the Hive here, so you are not this there, but it really does need to move. So hold on. Okay, and what is its movement while you're doing stuff? Hold on. Its speed is 5. Okay, good. That's what we wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 here. Okay, and then it's actually gonna spend its next thing. Well, let's see. It's probably going to drop the razors. Yeah, okay. They're going to try a tech attack against... Oh, no, it's just a base system. Shit. Blast 1, Razor Swarm, in an area within sensors. Allied characters gain soft cover as long as they are at least partially within the affected area. Hostile characters start their turn at least... partially within the area or move into it the first time, takes 6 burn. The Hive, okay, so it's just gonna drop that shit right here it's a blast 1 radius, so I'm just gonna have to make a token and I'm gonna put it on you, and it's so rude, but basically do I have a default pug? I'm just gonna use this vampire. Hello, it's gonna drop it right here because it's a blast 1 radius. I'm gonna put the radius on it. So that when you start your turn in it, it just says "fuck you." So it drops the swarm on you. It's just a bunch of shitty fucking razors. Oh, you can't see that because I forgot to make it visible, and this shit sucks. There you go. Okay, so you should be able to see the nice, beautiful fucking aura of each shit around this thing.
Yeah, so basically every space adjacent to it and the one it's in.
Right there.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, just basically everything around it will take a bunch of burn if they start their turn around it, which is not fun for everybody around it. But yeah, that's what it does. It drops that drone, and that is the end of the enemy turn. Except it's Coriander's turn and the ship's turn. So what is Coriander doing?
Just to correct you though, you cannot. It has to be a free area. It can't be on top of something.
It's not on top of anybody. It looks like that's an open spot right next to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that wouldn't be inside the radius. It can't be. It has to be open.
What?
The whole swarm. The whole swarm is a thing. It's not like a drone.
Yeah.
So you can't deploy the swarm on top of someone else.
Yeah. But it's not on top of anybody. It's in an open area next to you.
Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying. It also doesn't say that, but you mean even what would be the point if it can't drop the radius over you?
Well, it's
because hives can make you walk into things with their base tech attack. They essentially have a puppet systems where they point at you, attack you, and then say choose one. You're either immobilized or you move 5 spaces in a direction of my choosing.
Ah, okay. But a free area, I interpret that as an open space, an area not occupied by a unit by the drone.
It's not a drone. It's a cloud.
It has the drone. It has the
okay.
drone tag, but it is kind of an AOE.
Yeah, and that radius.
The only reason it has the drone tag on there is that certain systems that interact with drones that players can use.
Make
can
that
interact
radius
with
5 instead of 1, and
Okay.
that'll actually react how big it is.
Well, I mean, it's just it's currently a radius of 2, and it actually touches everything around it, and that's what I want.
It's a blast.
It's a blast 1, and that the 2 actually just highlights every area around it, so that's fine. And I have to check.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to check its range, so I have to make sure that it's actually there. We go. Okay, that should work because it's trying to stop people from getting to Vadim. Then, since I can't drop it on you like a jerk.
In fairness, I just literally now realized that it requires being in a free space because I've definitely dropped Razor Swords on
exactly.
characters
Yeah,
before.
so did
So
Fefner.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, so did Fefner. So regardless, I mean, it's a bit fair. I gotta be honest though.
It's a really easy thing to mess up
That is
because it feels like it's the point of origin, but no, Jeff's right. It actually is. The wording there does suggest that it's the whole area that creates the
and that's a good balance because otherwise that's a super dick move because people have no choice but to avoid it.
There's nothing in this that really does like no save, just you take damage. Like you gotta get something.
So
go ahead. In fairness, like, it's also not a full action, so it's very possible if the Hive hadn't shot the Nexus at me, it could have gone, put the thing there, and then tech attack me, and then go like, hey, Sylvia, do you want to walk backwards 5 spaces into my death cloud, or do you want to not move?
Yeah, and the Hive does have a steel trait they can use to move them into occupied spaces after they've been deployed.
Yeah.
Alright, so... now that we've learned that... I wish I'd realized that before. Anyway, so, Coriander cannot reach anything without boosting, but that's fine, because boosting helps Coriander anyway, so... I think this space right here... This space right here was the one 12 away. Alright, so... this Hive is a fuck kill 'em all 2017, so, Coriander moves and boosts all the way across the field. Let's see, gain soft cover until the start of Fair next turn, because Faye boosted. So, that's 1 turn, but hey, Carbon Fiber Sword is really good at tier 3.
Yep.
Alright, so 3 attacks with +6 attack bonus, +1 accuracy, so... D20 plus... Let's see, that was 6 and plus 1 D6. Alright, so first one is a crit. Second attack is an 18. Third attack is a crit. Okay, well then.
So this Hive is probably going to die a horrible, horrible, painful death.
Alright, so
it does
let's
only
see.
have 20 HP and it already took 9, so...
Alright, so that's 6 kinetic to begin with, but on critical hits deal +1 D6 damage. So, boop. Oh, that's only 1 damage, so 7 damage kinetic from that first attack. Do I get anything else from a crit?
Alright, so 9 plus 7, hold on.
So it's definitely taking more than 20, so it's rolling at least 1 structure.
It's rolling at least 1 structure.
Let's see.
It's
hold
at
on
16,
a sec.
so you just need to do a little bit more to knock it over that 20.
Hold on a sec. I thought I had another thing that activated on a crit.
Doesn't Faye do an extra d6 on a crit?
That's the thing I just did. Okay, here it is. Extended Blade. The first time each turn that the Ronin performs a critical hit with it, all characters within threat take 4 kinetic damage, including the targets.
Ooh, nice.
So threat is 3, so that means nobody else is going to get hit, because that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. That's still 4 extra damage for that first attack.
Mm-hmm.
So the first attack did a total of 11 damage. So it's... Yeah, first attack on its own structures the Hive when combined with taking 9 from getting bombed earlier.
Okay. So, hold on.
Roll a 1.
Why did it... What the hell? Come on, roll 1d6. Gotcha. So 6. 6 means it's just impaired, right?
It's impaired.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, it will keep it from freaking moving, so that's nice.
All right. So anyway,
the
second attack.
Just sucks at things.
Impaired, not slowed.
Yeah. So second attack is an extra 6 kinetic. It remains at that.
Okay.
And then the third attack, I need to roll another d6 because that was also a crit, but Extended Blade only activates once, so you're safe from that at least. Alright, let's see. That's another 1, geez, so that's just 7 damage from the third attack.
Okay.
So Hyde has like 7 hit points left. Or should.
Yep, it has 7 hit points left.
Oh, I do have Limitless now. What's your heat cap? Yeah, you know what? Let's fucking do it. Let's
Yep,
just.
7 is fine.
All right, I'm gonna roll a d6 for heats.
Oh.
That's a full
Oh,
6,
no.
which isn't great, but that's fine. Because that just means, hey, I'm just gonna fuck you up because I've got 3 chances to do 7 damage.
Oh, it gets
Let's
another
see.
3? Jesus
Yeah, because it's
Christ.
the carbon fiber sword. That just has 3 attacks at a time.
I was about to
T3 is
say,
very strong.
the combination. There's a reason that NPC recharges off of Limitless are a very infrequent thing, and they cost more heat than ours do.
Alright, so let's see.
It's very good with that.
Well, if you crit on any of them, it does.
Yep,
You hit
so let's
twice, it
see.
dies.
Yep, so plus 6, and plus 1d6. Alright, so 18, 23,
It's dead.
13.
It
Yeah,
cannot survive.
you got it. I'm just gonna put the X on it. I hit the wrong button. Just put the big X on it. Get out of here.
Yeah, Coriander just fucking boosted across the
Coriander!
And nothing personnel, kid.
field.
Yep, okay.
apart.
That
So,
does get rid of the swarm, too, that you
Yeah.
put down.
yep. Oh,
Gotta
does
get
get rid of the
back.
swarm? Okay,
Intention.
goodbye.
Yeah, it says the
swarm.
bottom of the,
Yeah,
of the
farewell.
thing.
All right. So now, what the Adalith is going to do is try and shoot the 2 mechs that go first before the players, because I don't want you all to get annihilated by the 2 mechs that go first before the players.
Alright, so I class the Adalith as a sniper, so.
Well, the 14 actually hits the hive, and I don't know what kind of damage this will do then. I'm just going to do the rifle that does, like, this is just the, if it hits you, it kills you, right?
No, anti-material rifle. I mean, it does do a lot of damage, and it is AP, but also it's loading, so it can't attack twice.
All right, so how much damage does the anti-material rifle do?
That's 20 kinetic AP.
All right, 20 kinetic AP is the 20 is enough to structure it. So let me roll its structure.
Also, it's probably within range 25, right? Just
Yeah,
to
it is
check.
within range
Yeah.
25. Ooh, a 1.
Yep.
So that stuns
did.
it. Well, no, I mean
No,
that's its
one. Does it
put-
have any structure left?
It has 1 structure.
There's 1 repeater structure
it
remaining.
had 2 structure when it started. Now it has 1.
Then it blows up.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If it has 1 and it gets structured. Oh wait, no, that's right. You're right. It blows up because
yep.
1, like it has to have 3 to go to 2. All right, so
Yes.
it annihilates it in 1 hit, and that's
Load
a full turn, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has no other weapons it can use to attack. It's also, yeah, it is super heavy, so that's all it
Yeah.
can do anyway. And it's ordnance, which means it could move, I think, afterwards, right?
Yeah. It could. Where do you want it to move to? What would its
It's got a
movement be?
movement of 4, so it's pretty much just going to go forward.
Okay, I'm just gonna
so-
move it to here. Hold on.
3, 4,
There,
right
goes
about
right
here.
there.
then.
Yep, and then the Alice Lynn. I mean, that's one of the ones. The other one that goes first, it's not going to be able to be hit or it's not going to be able to be taken out because the thing that the Alice Lynn is more concerned about is the operator. So the Alice Lynn is going to be shooting the laser that Bryn used to have at the operator, and it can go the full screen. It might need to
Yes,
move,
it's-
but yeah,
It's like range is like 20.
yeah.
I think it was range 25 for me when I had it. 'cause I
Oh
had some
wow, a
bullshit.
crit! This
26, Jesus.
the operator is just melted because it's the same weapon that Bryn had once upon a time. It's the same laser melt you that Bryn had. This thing is just slag out there.
Yeah, it does like average of like 14 energy and like 11 burn or something.
Yeah, it's obscene. So that thing's just slagged. And that was a super heavy weapon, so that too, and like it lights up the night, right? That is the enemy turn.
It also takes 4 heat for doing that.
Yeah, it takes 4 heat. I'll make note, but it's a ship. They have like an ungodly amount of heat. But regardless, that enemy starts first, and so that means the one that can go that is this assassin. So it is going to. I don't think the assassin has a lot of move, but let me make absolutely sure.
What if they just run away?
They do have a
Because they're
weirdly
scared.
low amount of move for being called assassin.
It's because they kind of counterbalance the fact that they have the free action where they just go like, I'm just gonna yeet myself 6 spaces and make you fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the assassin is
Yeah.
actually going to move up to try and take down Lyra. Moves into your space, so if you have any kind of anything, it will take you out. But the first thing it is going to do is
Is that double move?
it is
That's a
just
pretty
one.
far
It
away.
has 8 speeds. That was just one.
Okay.
That was just 1 8 move, and also it doesn't need to be there because it's got 2 threat, so it can actually be here. I think no, that because it still needs to be able to hit you. So yeah, it can be here. But regardless, it's going to try. The first thing it wants you to do is make an agility save, as it tries to trip you.
Oh, Rick, give me a moment.
And be tripped in space. You can go
Get
prone.
tripped in
Yep,
space.
yep.
Gonna get tripped in space.
You're gonna get tripped in space.
All right, let me see. This is a. Okay.
What this actually is a fluffed leap. So it lands on you. You need to make an agility save or be knocked prone.
That's the agility save. Does that make
12,
it?
what is its save target? Let me see. Its save target is 14. So no, so it lands on you. It like does a little steppy on you, right? And you get quote unquote knocked prone. All right.
All right.
And then it swings out at you. This will be a +3 attack bonus with +2 accuracy. So
Wait, I thought you couldn't be knocked prone.
Oh yeah, can you be knocked prone?
I don't know. Yes, I cannot be. Is it? It has to be smaller than me. I'm size 3. Is it size 3 as well? I
It
assume.
looks like it's size 2 because
it's
it's
just
the
size 2. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
then I'm not prone. But if it has any other bonuses it gets from having made that successfully, then it would still get them.
Yeah,
unless they're
it deals
depending on
double
the-
damage, but only if that hit. And I don't think does a 15 hit you.
I mean, it's Lyra, so actually,
Yeah, definitely hits me.
Okay, so you take 12 damage instead of 6 damage. As it hits you with a heated blade.
All right.
Is the 12 damage if they're prone or if they just get hit with that dash?
It deals double damage to prone, shredded, immobilized, or stunned targets. So,
well,
So
she's
it
not.
does-
So it takes 6.
yeah, just
'Cause she's
yeah,
immune to prone.
she just takes 6. Yep. Okay, that's
she
Alright.
decided to leap on the one thing that doesn't fall down.
Yep.
I always forget about that, honestly. All right.
Mhm.
I
I mean, like,
did
that's the nature of being a Barbarossa. You suck at agility, but on the other hand, you don't need to care.
yep.
Yep.
The next
Alright.
thing it's gonna do is I'm gonna grab that vampire again, because it's gonna drop a drone, and this isn't the drone is going to create a radius that keeps people from going hidden and shit in it, and that's gonna be I think that is the 5. Yeah, it's a 2. Okay, it's got to be 10 then. It's a 2 radius, so it's gotta get. It's got to be 10. So there we go. Bam. That hits. And yes, that is good. So we will put it. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. So this drops the drone. This is a scout drone. It has 10 HP, 10 evasion, and it creates a burst to a perimeter, and within it characters cannot become invisible or hide and lose conditions if they have them. The mercenary also gains +1 AC accuracy when attacking characters within the affected area, and the droid can be deployed into a new position as a free action, or as a protocol, sorry. So that would be its turn, and it is now the player turn, but also the player turn, which we'll talk about here in a moment. Who wants to go first?
Well, Vadim never went.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vadim never went. Okay. So first, Vadim is going to shoot at the pod person, and I'm just gonna. It's probably gonna hit because they have like a 10, but we'll see. Yeah, that guy's just dead.
Jesus, he crit that
Yeah,
man.
he crit that man. And let me draw a line because I think he can do this.
This fucking war crime
Yep.
demand.
So he'll also hit you with this because he can shoot through. So he'll draw a line, but you take only half damage.
Who is you?
Jeff, he can draw a line through the potted person into Bryn.
Up on the operator?
Yep.
Yeah, I could.
Yep.
Wait, you should have hit me. Oh, yeah, that hit me. How much damage?
So you take half because it went through somebody. You take half of 11, round it up.
Not armor piercing?
Oh wait, this has overkill. Hold on, and it is armor piercing. So you take 12 damage.
12.
Yeah.
And he takes 1 heat.
And he takes 1 heat. Yeah, I already marked it on him.
So I take 6.
Yep. You see.
5.
Yep.
5, because I have armor.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
no, it is armor piercing.
Oh, it is,
You
okay.
take 6. Yep. And it just kind of it burns, right?
That's like when something dies in DBZ when they get hit by
Yep.
an energy blast.
Yep.
They just like vaporize.
Yep. He's just obliterated, and you get hit. And then he shoots at you 2 more times, and again this will be 3d6 if he hits you. But this time it won't be half damage, and he can draw a line.
That
but
line gets 3 attacks. Holy shit!
yeah, but hold on, it's only a 5 line, so he can't quite hit anybody else except if he can move to Sylvia. He might be able to hit Sylvia, but he only has.
It's a 5 line.
Yeah, it's a 5 line. Well,
How do you hit me then?
It is. Okay, hold on. It should be line. Okay, it is line 10. That's why But it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the other one is line 5. He's got cone 5, line 10. 2 different weapons. Sorry, cone 5, line 10.
Okay, so it's one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so he can hit either you or Quinn.
But he only has
line 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't think he can quite get the line 5 to. Yeah, that's 7. So he can't get you. He can only get Bryn again. But you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, Bryn.
Question.
That was 7 moves.
He's still his. That was 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, can you move in the middle of using a single weapon with multiple attacks? I don't know if I've tried.
Don't think you can.
I don't think you
Doesn't
can.
particularly
Yeah.
matter, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
For future reference,
just-
we may as well just continue the
ju-
from here.
just let him because dumb shit is about to happen. But also
War crimes and game crimes. Oh no.
yeah, but just war crimes are about to occur. And then the other one. Guessing that is both of those are gonna hit.
Yeah, those both hit.
Hold on. The good news is he might just burn up. No, but 12 and 10. So you take 22
Christ.
damage. 22 armor piercing damage as these bullets just slam into you. They're like the size of like the bullet bills, right? They're big, and they slam into you. They like shred
I think
into
now
your
would be
armor.
the time to
All
brace.
right. I am unaffected by the structure.
Yeah,
I am
nicely
immune
done. The
to-
paint, yeah.
Yeah, I'm immune to impaired, so it does
Yeah.
nothing.
Yep. Nicely done.
Oh, nice.
All right, so Vadim didn't. So now it is player turn and also a mysterious player's turn.
Alright, so there's not much I can do since I braced last time.
Oh.
I can basically just do 1 quick attack.
I guess I could try and beat up the Dean.
Jenny, hold on. Roll on
Yep.
the d6. That was a 1 on that last one.
Oh shit, that's right. He has
take another
overkill and he takes another heat. You get 3 more on top of that, and he now has
2 more
2
on top
heat.
of it. It doesn't
Yeah.
stack. It just replaces the dice.
Yeah. Oops.
All right, I'm a yeet
Okay. Just so you know,
because I think Oh yeah,
Vadim has.
yeah, I can.
Vadim has 6 heat cap, so he's at 2 now.
All right, let me think what I want to do here.
I'll just.
Yeah, I can get over to Vadim and do some nonsense to him if y'all want me to.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
Yeah. Let me do that. I am going to use Sylvia's. So here's a system I haven't used in a while. Reinforced cabling as a free action. I can just I can do a grapple swing and just fly my speed. So I will fly here, and then I'm just going to barrage Vadim with all of my everything.
I believe in you.
So we'll start with the chain axe.
He's not invisible or anything, so you've got this.
Only 16.
That misses. It's you, but to
reliable
hit him,
2.
Yep, he takes 2, but to hit him you need 17, so you just barely missed him.
Oh, don't you still have a leadership?
Oh, you know what? I do, but I would
6.
have to roll exactly a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on a minute. As a reaction, that was a 10. On my D20
you have to
there.
pick before you make the roll.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do. All right, I will continue the barrage. But I will use no. Yeah, well, since you told me it's 17, I may as well just swing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. That does
will hit. Yep.
Nice.
So roll 3d6 plus 2. So
He takes 15.
Vadim, please take 15 kinetic.
Is that armor piercing?
No, this is not armor piercing.
Hold on. So he takes 13 kinetic, but go on.
And we are going to go ahead and, you know what?
Well, he's got a reaction, but go ahead.
Hold on. What is his reaction?
He gets a retaliation strike against you, and so he will be.
It misses.
Yeah, it will miss because you automatically weave a reaction.
Yeah.
Yep. But
so,
as he does that, he also it's flavored as the knife, so he can teleport 2 spaces. So he moves to here.
All right, and when he does that, I'm going to go ahead and do a dumb thing. No whammies? All right, I'm going to take a stress for doing this.
What is stress?
Overcharged.
But okay.
I'm going
to react, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to 1 heat and got to take a stress test. So let's see what I do. Come on. So that's a 3. So I am exposed, and let's see if I am really unlucky today.
He actually has to be here because it was 2 away from you. No, 1, 2. That's right. He can't.
Yeah, and I do not cascade.
Okay,
so, having done that, I am going to use my extra action here to skirmish. So I'm going to move 2 for free with skirmisher and without provoking reactions.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a shot at him with... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and swing with the big hammer again.
Okay.
And that'll
be great. So this will probably structure him. Let's see how much you roll. He's actually got quite a bit of hit points, but he loses he loses hit points. Like he gets less each time you break through one of his armors. But currently,
so I'm gonna do a thing here. Let me see what my talent lets me do. First time in a round, all characters and objects of my choice within threat. So unfortunately, I don't have anyone to do the extra damage to. So it's just going to be the Vadim.
Yeah.
All right, so Vadim is going to take another 10 here.
Okay, so let me get off of the GM layer and take a look. And that is 30. Okay. Well, he has 32, so he's just barely clinging on. But you've hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah,
can this level of leadership do extra damage? Or
yes,
something?
Yeah, I can. I will expend that to roll the thing because I forgot I had that.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
I put the flag in your paw.
And that would be another 6.
Nice.
Okay, there you go. So you will do that, and you shred through his first armor. So now he has 27 hit points, and I need to roll a structure. He has 3 structure, so this even if I roll a 1, he will be fine. And good thing I rolled a 1. And then you did 6, and you did 6, and he was left with 2.
One
so now,
on.
Hold on.
So with 1, I think he has to roll a hull check real fast.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. No. How many does he have left? How many structures does he have left?
He has 2 left.
Yeah, pass a hull check or just be destroyed.
Yeah, so he has to roll a 10 or better on hull.
This could be very anticlimactic right now.
It's not.
He
But he is-
succeeds, so on a success, I believe that's stunned.
Yes, stunned to the end of your next turn. So that's still very bad for him.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
very bad
okay,
for him.
Thank you, leadership.
Yeah, very nice. Where is?
His ass
Thank you
and
for the roll badge, Jenner.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you know, I'm happy that Vadim is getting wasted because he's bad and I hate him and he just killed somebody in his own lackey in cold blood. Anyway, another player character is taking her turn. You hear over a sound system, "There you are," and somebody that you don't even see, you see Null lurch as it's hit by something that you can't see, and be what is the full movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, perfectly. Something just fucking falcon kicks, rider kicks Null into the frickin' space station. Like punches a hole into it.
Oh no!
We have to worry about that next
You
one.
don't even see it. Just distorted. There you are, and Null just gets kicked into the space station, and then it will attack. So I have to make sure.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I want to Overwatch them because I can do that.
They are invisible and hidden. You have to know where they are.
Oh, that's
They
right.
just broke hidden by attacking.
They broke hidden.
Oh yeah, they broke hidden by attacking, but they are still invisible.
I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna fire my
did
Fear Rod
you?
gun at them. Just because.
All right. Well, I will. You're gonna have to roll 1d2, and evens you actually hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do
nice.
actually hit. So go ahead and shoot at it. It will weave.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, I still clear the heat.
Yeah, you
That's
still
fine.
clear the heat. And since you did that, it will shoot at you. Just a moment. I need to look at this weapon because it's weird and fucking weird. Okay. All right. Okay, got it. You see it overcharge.
I know there's no invisibility now, right? Because I hit it. Right.
Just be permanent invisible.
It used a thing. It's a player character. It's invisible until the end of its turn. Until the end of its next turn. Okay. Oh God.
Yeah, that hits. God damn
All right.
it! Nothing's missing today. Big numbers because
It
for NPCs.
blasts. Why did that not
What the
work?
fuck?
I know what this fucking
It,
thing
blas-
is.
it,
Yeah,
it blasts you. It blasts you with the Leviathan cannon, and you take.
Well, they're all sixes, so
Yeah.
like, god damn it.
Might have to
you
brace
take
for this.
you take 24 damage.
Yeah, I'll brace. I'll take 12. Does armor affect this? It's not armor piercing, right?
It's using a round to make this shot armor piercing.
Okay, then I will brace.
Yeah.
Now 12.
And that ends its turn.
Well,
Can we see it now?
I mean, it's invisible, but it's not hidden anymore, so you can see it. It's invisible until the end
Yeah.
of its next turn.
We can
Yeah,
still
we're-
see. We just don't know what invisible things are.
Yeah,
invisible status. It's not literally invisible.
Yeah, you are.
Visual
It's creating that weird like distortion effect. But and I'll just put the.
Yeah, I'm asking what square it's in.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
see it.
here.
It's right here.
I can't see it.
Oh, there, right now I can.
Yeah.
I can see it now. Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't see it.
It's over
it's
by
near
the
the
space
space
station
Oh, okay. Oh, it's over there. Why is it so huge?
because it's
Why is everything
size.
so huge?
Because it's
Presence.
its presence. It's size. It's quote unquote size 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. Well then,
Also, I forgot to move have the lion lady do something, but I don't think anybody. Oh, Sylvia's in range. Okay, here we go. It gets +2 accuracy. Oh god, that's a crit. Well, that's great. Okay. So
+7.
yeah, it's +7 because it gets +1 to hit on this. Yep. Okay. So you take 16 + 6 as it hits you. Really hard.
All right. What's it actually using? First of all, and second of all,
oh wait.
I have a response.
It's not a +7, and that would be a +3. So it's still a 21. Sorry.
Yeah, that's still gonna hit me.
Yeah. This is
I have a response.
This is the demolition hammer that it's hitting you with. It's armor piercing.
Okay. Armor piercing does not matter to me. I do not have armor.
All right.
Does it do anything on a hit that I have to worry about?
Yeah, you need to roll you need to make a hull save when you're hit.
Okay. So. All right. So. I am gonna do a reaction to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna brace.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take half damage. So you said it was 60 + 6, so I'm taking 11 down to 4.
Yeah, you're taking 11.
And I have a system called Reactive Weave. So I immediately become invisible until my next turn, and then I may move my speed without provoking reactions.
Yep.
So I am going to eat myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't want to move too far away because we're all bracing at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna. The thing is, like, I don't really have another choice here. It's either that or I take a structure right there and also potentially become stunned right there. In which case, Sylvia's going to 0 HP because of the core worms.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so at least this way, I am close enough to where theoretically someone could move next to me and use their
I'll
action
get him off in my next turn.
to get the action to get them off me.
I cannot.
Yeah, on the whole save though, I am successful, so I am not stunned. Thank God for Gygas Frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am invisible until the end of my next turn, and I'm bracing.
Okay. So that I just forgot about the cat, but that is the end of the enemy's turn. The entity, this question marks, is an elite. It will get another turn after this player turn.
Alright, well, I can work my way towards this assassin, but also Lyra has not moved, and if she's able to get in front of Sylvia, that might be ideal. If you can't, I'll try to remove this assassin.
I wouldn't worry about that. Just literally don't worry about me. The worst that will happen is I'll take a structure.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just start attacking this assassin then, and if Isadora doesn't finish it off, Coriander will.
Okay.
Alright, so all I can do, because I braced, is a quick action. However, I do have Sharanga missiles, so I'm going to skirmish with that. So, let's see, this has accuracy because it's got auto-stabilizing. So, roll 1d20 plus 6 plus 1d6. Alright, so
Nice,
that's a
that's
23.
a crit. Which assassin are you hitting?
Then, the one right here
Yep,
in
okay,
front of
good.
me.
That was, yeah, that
I
one.
missed
Yeah,
though.
yeah, okay. Dang.
So let's see. Alright, so I don't think I'd get anything too fancy. Let me just put that in here. That, of course, hits. Alright, so... yeah, this is just 3 explosive. Do I have any... oh, I do have, active synergy once a round on a critical hit with any ranged weapon. The Monarch may deal 3 explosive to a different character of your choice within range 15 and line of sight. I think that's the only thing extra I can do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Demolisher.
Yeah, so, Assassin gets 3 damage explosive, Demolisher gets 3 damage explosive. It's within range, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Easily,
I'll allow it. So
It is. It's well
got
within.
11 of 25. Good. Okay. Don't worry, it's about to get a lot easier because the Aetolith and the Alicelin are going to keep blowing things up and slowly be clearing this out. You're getting there.
Well, Aetolith won't this round because it's got to reload.
Yep.
But that's literally all I can do because I braced. But hey, brace effect ends now, so woo.
Yep. It is enemy turn. So this entity goes again. And this time it's a little weird. It's shooting the Demolisher. And that's a crit
Hey,
again,
still
so yeah.
This is a crit you can be happy about.
Yep. Takes 26 and structures it, and I think it didn't have any structure on it before, right? But with 26 and it was already at 11, hold on.
Yeah, if this is, I think this is the Demolisher that was attacked before, so it's down to 2 structure now, because
Yeah.
I think that's the one with 3.
So 26 plus 11 is it did 36 damage in total. So that means that the 26, 36, that should leave it with 16 at the end, and it's on its last structure now. As she destroys it, and let's see, because if it roll bads, it can just destroy it instantly. So come on, this entity, you can do it. Come on. Oh, that will just be a I think that's a weapons.
Weapon or system, yeah. So we have to find out which.
4.
So if it has a system, it's a system. If it doesn't have any systems remaining, it's a weapon.
All right, it does not have any systems remaining that I can see, so it has to be a weapon. And would you like me to get rid of the boarding lash or the big hammer?
Big hammer.
Okay, so that thing just shatters the big hammer instantly, and then that will end its turn. And it can move. So it's knocked null into the thing. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got 9 movement. It moves to here. And it ends its turn, and its allied turn again. Quinn will be acting on this allied turn. Who wants to go?
I would like to go. Can we say that, Scarlet, could you have moved next to me? Because I can't move this turn either, so I already braced by the time you did.
Oh, yeah. I had the movement to be next to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, be there instead. Okay, because this is a very quick action. I'm going to make the check to remove the worm from you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
What is that?
It's an engineering
All right,
save.
so I am not dead, no matter what.
Engineering save?
Yeah, it's just an engineering
I mean,
check.
it's a engineering or systems check.
Yeah, it's a check,
so
not a
it's
save.
gotta hit a 10.
Yeah, if you...
Okay.
We still have Quinn's thing banked, so we can actually
you
just
can actually just say
you
it's a
succeed.
10 if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, worm
This is
off.
free.
It's free real estate. The worm just gets engineered. You just flick it. Bryn just flicks it off into space.
I pistol whip it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And because I did not force any saves or attack, everything reloads.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. It is now enemy turn. Well, Quinn has to go. I forgot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Quinn distorts back in directly behind Vadim and swings out at him. So I mean, that entity knocked her in, but she is back.
Actually, hold on. I forgot something.
Okay.
Because I reloaded, I can shoot the Mauner at the thing next to me.
Okay.
Let me do that real
That
quick.
just a reaction or quick action or whatever?
It just happens when you reload.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Go.
That's crit.
Oh yeah, that is a crit.
Yep.
I'm just
25
gonna-
will
I'm
do
just-
it.
Quinn also crit, but we'll do your crit first.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It does 4 damage. It doesn't. Actually, hold on.
Is that against which one again?
The only thing close to me. The
Okay,
Mauner.
Demolisher.
Yes, the crit does not matter.
Yep. All right, so this is actually basically the same. Hold on. So how much damage did you do? Sorry.
4. It's just 4.
To the
Okay,
Demolisher,
four
not
There's
to
no,
that.
there's no, there's no
Demolisher.
roll.
So 16. Hold on. 16 plus 4 is 20, right? So it's 20. Okay, so
Yep.
it has 5 hit points left. There you go.
Alas.
Bam.
Couldn't
I
do
keep
more.
doing the numbers in the wrong direction. Anyway. And hold on, I need to remember what kind of damage the kinetic hammer does. Okay, there. Oh yeah, 21 damage to Vadim. So
Nice.
that's not quite enough to destroy him. But then she shoots the gun part of the lance
Gun lance.
to do the extra 2. It's still not enough. Darn it, Quinn, you tried. He's at 23. Oh, actually, no, that will structure him because he was at 23 of 32. That's right. I was doing it the other way. So hold on,
Is it
23.
27.
So
right.
23 plus 20. It's actually 23 plus. She did exactly 23. So she took him to 0. So he's back up to. Well, now he's down. Now he's down to 22, and he's on his. That was structure 2, right? So he's on 1 structure.
Yep, roll 2d6.
Yep. So he rolls 2 structure dice and takes
Yep,
the worst
here
one.
we go.
This is the second time he's had it.
Yep, and he's furious. Oh, hey, that's the one.
Well, no, you don't want matter for him
Yeah.
much longer.
So,
Nice.
yeah, so Quinn just, like, shatters him, and, what I think she probably does is she stabs the spear directly into the cockpit, right? And she just reaches in and grabs him from the pilot's chair, right? And just lobs him, right, out into space, probably, towards the group. Right, so to like out here, and I'll just make it. I'll just like put a little dot out there that indicates that that is where he is. But it's still. It is still. I think it is still allied turn. Right. Oh, that white is not gonna. White is not gonna be distinguishable because this is a weird map where it is all space, and you will mistake that for a thing.
Just make his pog small and put it there.
Oh yeah, good idea. I'll just do that. I like your idea. Well, actually, I don't think you can shrink the pog more, but still,
You can.
I will just. Well, that's as small as I can make it. So yeah, he gets lobbed over
Yeah, then
there.
just don't take the thing off to indicate he's basically out of the fight.
Yep. So, what is the other player's turn? What is the other player doing?
That was.
Lyra hasn't gone, but also Coriander hasn't gone, and I could potentially fuck up this assassin and demolish her, if you don't mind. I can try to level the playing field.
Quinn does have a second attack, but Vadim's just out of range, so he's going to attack the entity. But keep going while I continue Quinn's turn, because it's not really...
You go ahead and just So thinking right now, getting rid of this assassin would be good, and getting rid of... I'm actually not as scared of this demolisher without its big swappy hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So getting rid of... if there's anything you want to get rid of down there, it's actually this fucker.
Yeah, that thing looks unfriendly.
So I'm all for Lyra blowing that up with a big cannon.
Yeah, Lyra can go after the real tough targets. I'll thin these guys out. So I want to get within range or threat 3 of both these guys, which I can if I go right here. So Coriander's going to go down this way. Does the assassin have a reaction? Sorry to interrupt.
Do you have a way to eat that reaction? Because it does, but if you can say nah, then it doesn't. I mean, it does, but you make it waste it, right?
When does my soft cover start of my? Okay, so it would just attack me. I don't. Coriander
Right, but
doesn't have anything.
It's still minus 1d6 for the soft cover, right?
It doesn't have that. Faye doesn't have that anymore.
Oh no,
And that's only
Coriander.
for range attacks. Cover does not care about melee whatsoever.
Okay, well, this is just going to be a +3 attack, and then it has +2 accuracy.
Why do you think it's accuracy when he's hitting us with?
It's just the heated blade, and why? Well, you take Coriander takes 6 damage and an additional 1d6 damage because it has that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
The
6.
quick question,
Oh, wow.
where was I before?
Full
Was I-
damage. 6,
Hold on a
12
sec,
kinetic
real quick.
damage.
What's its threat?
Its threat for this sword is 2, I believe. Let me check and make sure. Yep, 2.
I don't think it was anywhere near that. So
well, then never
it wouldn't-
mind. Thanks for eating. Thanks for eating an amazingly good roll. That would have been very bad. I appreciate that. No sarcasm.
All right, so yeah, since it can't attack, Coriander just drifts on through to the middle between the assassin and demolisher. I'm gonna focus on the assassin first, but if I get a crit, then good. Roll 1d20 plus, let's see, 6 and 1 accuracy. All right, so first attack, 10 will probably miss the assassin.
Yeah, 10 does miss the assassin.
28
that
will
doesn't,
hit.
though.
So, that'll be 6 kinetic, and let's see,
Oops, I
an
didn't mean to
extra
move him,
d6.
sorry.
Alright, so 8 kinetic against the assassin, and that's the first crit, so he also takes an extra 4 kinetic, as does the demolisher.
All right. So you said 6, and then you said he takes another 4. So hold on. He's 19. Oh, so close. Let me check their hit points to see if you actually got them. Do they have 15 hit points or do they have 20 hit points? Let me take a look.
You can just say we got him.
Yeah,
you can lie to us.
I should say you got him, but I just want to see how close you got so I can say if you got. Oh yeah, 15. You did get him. Okay. So that's structure 1, and I'll just roll. And you did what was the other that you did?
4 to the demolisher from.
Oh, good.
Second blade.
I'm rolling more ones. Goodbye.
Assassin blows up, and now I aim for the demolisher.
She did 4 to the demolisher.
Yep. Does it still have HP?
Yes, it has. It has 1 HP left because it was on 5.
Alright, come on, 22!
Yes, you did it.
So, plus, you know what, I'll just roll for posterity, so that's 9 kinetic to this demolisher.
All right, 9 kinetic. Yep. Hold on. I will see. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter because that was its last structure anyway. I just wanted to see. Yeah, it's Coriander just did very good.
That's all 3 attacks, and therefore, hey, lucky me, I can use a boost as my other action to get cover. So, let's see, that's speed 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all right, has soft cover in case somebody attacks from behind. Is also behind cover.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to do a thing real fast. I just realized something. Hold on. I forgot to do this at the end of my turn. Okay, I am actually at 1 hit point. I forgot to check if I removed that 3 burn that was on me.
Oh yeah, rip! You're at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Well,
Oof.
that's a thing. All right, this mech is going to have to move up and pull Vadim into their expanded compartment so that he doesn't get fucked up really bad. And then that was their 3 movement. So let's see what they can do. On top of that,
I would say that's at least one of the actions to do that.
Yeah, it is. I was gonna say it was a move action, a quick action to grab Vadim and pull them in, so they cannot do a full action and swing the super heavy melee. However, they can do a quick attack, but it is a +0 attack bonus, so they will try and do that. So let's see here. Who would they? Well, let's roll it. I think they're gonna try and get Sylvia though because she's rude.
All right, roll for invisibility.
Yeah. Well, tech attack's still effective visibility, right? I think. But
yes, it's still an attack.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not targeting. Okay.
Invisibility is not anyone.
Yeah. Remember.
Okay. So what does this? What does this attack do?
You must now that it's hit you, you have to succeed on an engineering save or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Yeah,
save?
so I'm just losing a turn no matter what, basically, because I was already.
We got that 10 yet still, or is that gone?
That's already gone.
Yeah,
so it wouldn't matter because a 10 with my +2 is only a 12, and since it's a save, not a check.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, roll it.
So probably not high enough. So I'm stunned.
Yeah, you're
but
stunned.
That's fine. I mean, like, I was only getting 1 quick action anyway, and I couldn't move because I was braced. So I don't care.
That's true.
Yeah, like if someone wants to stabilize next to me so I can clear stunned, whatever, but like don't make me a priority.
Mm-hmm.
If I take a structure, I take a structure.
Yeah.
My mech is the easiest to repair out of all of yours.
Quinn is still gonna keep going because she activated a Shura protocol. I'm not gonna bother rolling because it takes too much time. Goodbye. And then up. Okay. Thank you. That's all. That was the lion lady still needs to go because you were just taking turns. But that was that was the tech attack and the grab, so it's player turn. Yeah, she doesn't have any more turns.
Right.
And she doesn't have
What round is this? Alice is the last to go.
Yeah, it's I think this is round 2, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
round
it's
2?
still round 2, so Alice is the last to go for us. So Alice, this is Alice's turn to shoot somebody with a big cannon, so she can finally shoot this fucker.
Yeah.
Which I will.
Mm-hmm.
And that's accurate, so that's going to be a crit.
Heck yeah.
Yep, you got it. I have to take a look at her hit
Alright.
points. Hold on. Okay.
And let's see. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so 6,
Oh, sixes.
12, 18, 24, 28.
Okay, hold on. That's really good. Hold on.
That's max damage.
And she was at... Okay, so... Hold on. Okay, hold on. So, and then you said you did what?
28.
Okay. 28. So that is, that is going to structure her. So, hold on. And then she will be left with 2 after the structure. So I'll put that on her because she had 30 and she was at 22 and math is bullshit. Okay. So here we go. This is going to be her first structure. Watch me roll another one though, because, you know, it's time for the dice to pick the players.
Nope.
She's fine.
No, impaired.
She's impaired, though.
She's immune to impaired, but yeah.
Alright,
Like,
fair
just
enough.
like me.
Yep.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Yep. Was that all of the good guys' turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Did the ships go yet?
The ships
I
are
mean,
the ships
really just
are
the
about
Allison.
to go, but basically, they are going to. They don't want to risk shooting at Vadim because of Quinn is in the way, or Quinn is in the vicinity, right next to him, and they don't want to risk shooting her because it is a big gun.
Who's piloting the Alicelin out of curiosity?
I have no idea.
It's probably, and there's plenty of crew on the Adelith that knows how to fly, so I think
Yeah.
Captain's flying the Adelith, Gillian's flying the Alice.
And this thing will be destroyed. And at that point, seeing that the tides are turning, the cat lady is going to disengage and flee into the space station. And Quinn, like through the hole that was punched into it, and Quinn is going to follow, and this weird entity will also follow in. And so, I
am going to call the pilot of the Alicelin and tell them to spool up the big laser and fire into the space station indiscriminately, just not where they went in.
well,
Roger.
I mean, they will, but I mean, if you want to destroy the space station and not been try, I mean, you could. I guess you could just recover what they were looking
Just
for.
just
won't,
tear us a
like-
different hole, please.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
You only wouldn't, like, destroy the space station because Quinn's
Yeah,
in
like
there.
I'm just saying, like fire at whatever external defenses it has.
All right. So because you're opening up a new hole, you get to decide where you want to put your pogs on this map, so long as it's not in the boss chamber up to the north.
Oh my god, what is this?
But don't worry. I know it
That's
looks. I know
Space 13 map.
I know it looks bad and scary, but the truth is, all these lackeys are basically going to die, and the only thing you really need to worry about is Blood Moon and Junebug and that rat.
Where
Okay.
did they come in at?
Where to?
I have a question. Is there a pause between these two beats?
In terms of, what do you mean by pause between these two?
Do we get repairs?
Do we have enough time to do repairs?
I mean,
is what I'm
with
asking.
Quinn having been punted in there, you could try to have enough. I mean, you could, but she's in
The
there.
game's kind of designed for us to get those.
Yeah. I mean, you can take a repair. Go ahead. I mean, it's time will pass, but you can take a repair. They kind of happen pretty fast, though, don't they?
Can we at least each do a stabilize?
Yes, you can.
That's actually
do
what I'm
stabilize.
asking. Yeah, we have enough time to at least each stabilize, because I don't really care if I have one less thing, but I want a chance to clear the burn and heal my hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So I take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather not spend my first turn if we're starting a new leg of the combat stun.
Yeah. So we heal, but not destruction.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could probably just ride the Adolith while we just fucking do a quick recharge, stabilize rather.
Yeah. So I think we deploy. Where would be the smart place to deploy?
One of the sides.
This is way too much.
The thing about this map is it's very colorful. It's very distracting.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I cannot tell what.
So I've looked at this. Top is boss chamber. That hallway is boss chamber. So I think
I mean, we may as well just come in here because why not? We can just drop behind.
That's the quote unquote boss chamber.
we can't go in there.
Which you can do is basically drop into here and immediately start attacking Blood Moon.
Let's do that then.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Or you could actually enter in the pool and still go out and attack Blood Moon because pool is funnier.
I'm just going to drop next to Blood Moon.
Yeah, you can just dynamic entry onto Blood Moon. We're just gonna use your people pogs instead of your mech pogs for this, just because it's a people map, right? So
no, we're coming in with our mechs. We don't care about size.
You are still in your mechs. I just want to use your people pogs instead.
Okay.
That's fine. I will point out that technically speaking, one among us can straight up get out of her mech and have it still running. So that might get confusing.
That's true.
But
all right.
If that happens, what I'll do is I'll bring my mech pog onto the screen.
Yeah. All right, I think that's the entire player characters, right? Yeah. So feel free to kind of put yourself in the area where you would land. It's a big enough hole that it's probably like a 1 burst or 2 burst radius that you could drop into, where they punched the hole right near the pool is.
All right. So who's starting us off?
Where's Vadim?
Vadim was carried in by Vika, and I will take him off of the GM layer now so that you can see him. He has been put down in this area, so you, the player, can see him. He's up here in the boss room, but you have no idea where he would have gone, though judging from where the hole was punched in by that entity, you can guess that he's up in the north because the hole dumped was here. So the hole was here, so they probably pulled him up into there.
There's probably also just blood and scrap everywhere.
There's blood and scrap everywhere. I also need to move another mysterious person onto this map. Okay, let's continue.
All
right, top of the round.
Yeah,
then.
kill him.
All right.
Fuck him up, Ren.
I'm going to have the Blood Moon because it's right here, and I have people chase to it, which gives me more bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna barrage. I'm sure I can't kill it in one round. So, +6 plus. Let's see.
Oh yeah, a kill with my heart persists between scenes, doesn't it? So you're gonna get
it does. Yes, it's 13 hit it.
13
13 hits
I think.
the 13.
Oh, excuse me, 12. It's a 12 actually.
Let me look at Blood Moon stats that Fafnir just sent to me, and Fafnir also has them.
Her
so
evade isn't great.
Her evade is 6, so you do hit her.
Okay, that hits. Okay, that's 1. This one, do another one on that same amount. It's a crit, and that one is the kill my heart hit. That's the next one. So that's very good for me. Let me roll that down.
I do not kill with my gun. He who kills with his gun has forgotten the face of his father.
So the first one is 1 damage. That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
This one, actually no, it's 4 damage. So that one
Okay.
had the Ace of Fire on it. Kill
Okay.
My Heart does an extra 2d6.
Okay.
So this is going to be a 3d6, keep highest 66, keep highest 3.
Yep. Oh, actually, hold on. No, I forgot one other thing. For that first hit, that one also procs Roll in Chamber, so it takes an additional
Oh yeah.
3 explosive.
All right.
Now
So 3, and then what was the 2d6? Go ahead and roll it, so I can just add it all up.
12.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so 15 in total.
It was 18 total,
Yeah, 50. So 18 in total. So it was at 31.
and 3 of its
Hold on.
burn.
Okay, so it's at 13 now, and I'll put the 3 burn on it as soon as Row 20 stops fucking lagging. Okay, and 3 of that is burn. Issa's Fire's so good. Okay, there you go. All right, I've marked the burn on it, so we'll make the save at the end of the turn. That is Bryn's full turn, yes?
No, that was 1 mount.
Okay, go ahead.
Just like to point out, this is a size 3 mech. It takes up most of this hallway.
Here is
Yeah.
my free shots I fired.
Yep. Ouch.
That's a crit.
Yep.
This came down through the ceiling and just started wailing on the first thing we saw.
Yeah, this poor.
Here's
this
my
poor
other mount with
guy,
2 more guns.
This poor lady. She's had a rough life. Okay. Yep. And
Okay, so that's
yep.
gonna be it's an additional 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And now the uncle's gonna shoot.
Mm-hmm.
As a free action. So that's minus 3d6. It's a 7. That still hits.
Yeah, it does still hit because I think she has an evasion of 5 or something. I forget. It's low.
Made 6.
Evade 6. Yes, so 7 just barely hits. So how much damage are you doing in total? Because you're probably gonna do one structure to her. She only has 13 left.
That's another, between those two of them, it's 21.
Okay,
No,
so how much?
22.
Okay, 21 minus 13.
22.
22 minus 13 equals 9. So she'll have 9 minus whatever. So her next thing is 35. So it'll be 35 minus 9. So hold on. So she's at 26 now, and she takes her first structure, and it looks like let me see how much structure she has. Does she only have 1, or does she have multiple structure? She has 2 structures, so now she's on her 1 structure, but again, if we roll bad, and sometimes we do, you may just do this in 1 hit. Oh, we didn't. Alright, so what are we breaking?
Weapon or system.
So 2 is...
And weapon.
Alright,
Oh,
a
wow,
weapon. That's really good. So I'm guessing you want the drum shotgun taken care of?
Literally the only weapon she has.
Yep, so you blow off her weapon, and all she can really do now is, all she can really do now is just kind of be upset.
Not a lot of traits, but
Yeah, she's got a lot of traits. She can do some tech attacks, but basically she's been very, she's got some tech attacks, and she's got some shenanigans she can do, but she can't really do any kind of damage to any of you now. So yeah, you blow off the big, like, fortune-looking railgun that she had on her. And,
this Vika person, is that an enemy?
Yeah, that's the
remember.
lion lady from the that's the lion lady from the Halloween episode who was unflirtable and was unimpressed
Okay,
by
I'm gonna
Uno.
move here, I think. Let me make sure. Is that 8 away from her? Nope, 7. I am going to overcharge. You roll a d3. Take 1 more heat. And oops, that's not a heat. Can I get a save from her, please?
What kind of save
Agility
is it?
save.
Okay, hold on.
Agility.
She might make it, but we'll see. A 13.
Nope.
Okay.
That fails.
So what
Ew.
happens to her?
I Ferris Lasher. She has pulled 5 spaces towards me.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She goes to here. All right, cool.
And that is my turn.
All right, it is.
That was Blood Moon.
It is quote unquote enemy turn. This person over here, they're a projection. This is not actually something here, and yet it is acting, and it just slices through these 2 people, and it is moving up the hall. But this, you can, like, your sensors when scanning this thing, this is a projection. It's like a hologram. But it's still doing this.
Well, we know there are hardly holograms that happen.
Yep.
We've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The other enemy turn is this guy is gonna just do some bullshit. Well, actually, since you pulled Vika towards you, Vika hates Lyra, so she's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a hull save, Jeff.
Does she move in my range? I'm an attacker.
Yeah, she moves into your range, and she doesn't have weave, so you can attack her. But you also need to.
It doesn't. Let me attack first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk first.
Yeah.
I'll hit her with a Furon gun because that's all I have left.
Yes.
I have nothing else left.
I believe.
Actually, no, I have the Monitor. I can use that.
You can use the Monitor.
So that would be.
It does need to be reloaded then, though. But yes.
No, Monitor does not reloading.
Mm-hmm.
It just fork damage. Loads a d6. That takes 4 damage to her.
Okay. Okay, let me... Alright, so... Okay, I'm just going to put the 4 on until...
And you said it was a hull save?
Yeah, it's a hull save.
What is my hull, even?
There is, the artificial gravity here is, like, it's there, but it's very... It's kind of semi-there. It's not fully there. You're kind of floating.
I passed the save.
Yeah, you passed the save, so you are not knocked prone, and you're not pushed with her. But she does still go right through you, and she's going to slam into Lyra with the cataphracts.
Cataphract.
Yeah, do a bunch of bullshit.
Lyra's got to be big because she still isn't a big mech.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be able to do like the fucky shit, but it's still. I mean, it's not going to be able to like push around or anything, but it's still going to be able to do whatever other nonsense it can do. So I have to fucking read at this thing. So yep, move space is equal to speed in a straight line, and ignoring reactions and engagement. Oh, well, it's too late. I let you do that. Within range of the ram cannon, and then so it hits you. So it hits you with the ram cannon, and now I roll the ram cannon attacks. This is just a +1, +20, +3d6, keep highest 1. So here we go. Uh, 14. Does a 14 melee hit you? Alice.
Yes, it does.
All right, and then it can make 2 attacks at a time. So you take 5 kinetic damage, and then you take another 5 kinetic damage plus 1d6. So you take 10. Hold on. 11. So you take 11 total damage as she slams into you.
All right.
And that's spread across 2 hits, so proc armor twice.
Yeah, see, proc armor twice, because this is not armor piercing. But she says, "I remember you."
Funny, I don't remember you at all. You were rather unremarkable.
Owned.
She's so she narrows her eyes and says, "Where you were going, you won't need your memories."
Do I owe you money?
You
If
owe me.
so, I am terribly sorry.
You owe me your life.
That's
That's
the
just-
voice I
I
recognize.
feel as if this is not appropriate currency for the paying of debts, but okay.
That's not when we met together, I can tell you that.
All right, so it's back to player turn. There's some stuff. I'm gonna take a look at what Junebug can do while the player is taking their
It's a
turn.
bullshit.
Oh, I know. I
All
remember.
right.
I remember.
Should-
I remember
she just-
hating the fuck out of Junebug.
Right, so Blood Moon's not doing great right now. Alright, fuck it. Let's do some bullshit. So,
Shut it
Chain
so
Axe. I'm going to begin with a barrage. So, Chain Axe into Vika. Let's see if I do, how I do.
You have Vanguard, right?
I do not have Vanguard. I have Partisan, which
Okay.
is the one for main melee weapons.
You weave through a reaction because she has a reaction when people actually move into her.
I didn't move.
Oh, you're just you're already right next to
I
her.
have threat 2 because of Well, first of all, I have threat 2 because I have Gaia's Rain, but I can actually use. Well, I can't use Skirmisher because it's part of a barrage. So either way,
25's gonna hit.
Yeah, 25 is gonna hit.
take three kinetic, and congratulations, you've just been crit by a chain axe. You are now shredded until the end of my turn.
All right, she is shredded. She's not immune to shredded, so she is definitely shredded.
And then I'm gonna proc Titanomaki Mesh.
Okay.
So, no, I'm gonna proc Unstoppable. That's how that works. Okay. So first things first. Hey, Blood Moon,
She's there, and she sucks.
fall over. I ram Blood Moon, and I'm going to use the. Since I have synthetic muscle netting, I can count as the same size, and I'm going to push her back a space. So she's going to fall prone and end up here.
Where you ping it again? Sorry, I was looking. I was looking at her sheet.
One space down.
One space down. So this way.
Yeah. No, that's that one was a ram into Blood Moon.
So,
Blood Moon.
Oh, Blood
It's all
Moon.
against
So
Blood
she
Moon.
goes down one space. There. Bump. Okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna do. Let's see. So with Unstoppable, I can do a thing again. So I guess there's no one. You know what I can do? This is going to be very silly. I am going to actually grapple my one. So Sylvia is going to literally jump onto Lyra and hold onto her with the extra grapple she gets from Titanomaki Mesh.
Okay.
This will make sense in a moment.
All
And
right.
then I'm going to bring the kinetic hammer down on Vika.
All right.
So that'll do. So does that hit Vika? 'Cause that might not.
Let me take a look at her evade. It does not hit her.
So she's going to take 4 kinetic
Okay. She
because
takes
of the
4
reliable,
kinetic,
and then no escape.
Okay.
I'm going to repeat the attack on someone within threat. So hi, Blood Moon,
Yep. Hold on. Let me find Vika again. Okay.
and I get a bonus accuracy on this one because Blood Moon fell over. All right, so that is still going to hit, but it's not going to crit only because Blood Moon's evasion is so bad.
Yep.
Goliaths have very
We cannot miss Blood Moon. It's impossible unless you have like much difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rolled like 17 though.
Oof!
Yeah.
Ouch! Bonus
Ouch.
juice.
14. So you rolled 17 to 17 damage total to Blood Moon, who was at 26. Hold on. God, she's not having a good day. We were hoping she was hoping she could go down in glorious battle, but she instead. I mean, she's going down, but she doesn't even get to do anything cool before she started getting wrecked. She's got 9 hit points left.
And I've got some bad news. Executioner's a really good talent tree. I'm going to use Backswing Cut to repeat the attack on Vika, and if I hit, I do half damage.
Okay.
So does 14 hit Vika?
14 does not hit Vika.
All right, take Reliable 4 again.
Yeah, so she's at 10.
Well, it'd be 2 because it's half, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because still 2 damage, and then we're going to use. We're gonna overcharge, which is gonna put me at some heat, but I don't care because I was able to cool down. So take 2 heat, and I am going to move, and I'm going to skirmish, and I'm going to use my skirmisher talent. So I get to move 2 spaces without proccing reactions. I'm going to move to here, which will move me and Lyra without proccing reactions away from Vika. And
Right.
that is why I grappled her.
Okay, so you're going to move away. So I guess go ahead.
Yeah, so so I'm moving to this square. Lyra will move with me,
Okay,
and that movement does not trigger reactions.
got it. Yep.
Because
cool.
it's skirmish.
Yep.
Then the actual skirmish will just be swinging the hammer at Vika one more time.
Okay. That will
And
hit.
this time I'm gonna hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
And she'll just take 9 kinetic.
Okay, so 12 minus 9. Hold on. I'm bad at math, so I just have to have a calculator out. Out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the math for me. I love math.
Yep, and as a free action, I will let go of Lyra. So, there we go.
Alright, so,
And, alright, and I still haven't moved. So, let's see.
actually, I have to
why
move
not?
her over here. Sorry. This is going to be wild.
Yeah, now that I've done that, I am going to use my full cabling to just yeet myself 7 spaces with flying. I will end up here. That's turn.
Okay. I guess then you actually have entered the domain of Junebug, who will begin to do some horrible bullshit. So I have to look at what he is. That's blast 1, and what else can he do? Can boost. Okay. 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 So you still have lock on, right? That was never taken off of you.
Who are you asking?
You, Sylvia. You're still locked on, right?
I never got locked
yeah,
onto.
you never got locked onto. So
That would be cleared between
it would be-
battles.
yeah,
It would
probably
clear
be-
between
well,
counters.
it's kind of the same battle, but sure, we can clear between battle.
But it clears between scenes. Lock on does not persist between 2
It's a new
scenes.
scene, so.
Yeah. Okay, once per round is a quick action, so that they'll do that. So speed 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can get right up to you, so they zoom up to you, and as a quick action, you just take damage. You just take 6 damage.
Yay! Sure.
Yep.
All right, I will take 6 damage. I'm at 24.
Yep. All right. Okay. And then it is radius 1, so it has to keep moving through you. He has to keep moving through you. Sorry, and it is below or adjacent, huh? Okay, so it will drop it here and make an agility save. You and Jeff, you and Britton.
All right. I'm flying, so I get accuracy on this.
All right. Question: where did you say it got dropped?
It's dropped below or adjacent to you. So, below or adjacent to the spot. So yeah, that's right. It can only be dropped here in its burst 1. So just Sylvia.
Yeah.
Just Sylvia.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Sylvia, make a
So
save.
that's gonna fail it.
Yeah, so
what does that do?
You take explosive damage and you're knocked prone. You take 10 explosive damage and you're knocked prone.
Okay, so thing I can do here. All right, yeah. So I am prone. I will take 10, so I am at 14.
I believe that it's a full round because it can do that. Oh no, that's just the strafe is just a thing it can do as a trait, as a quick action. Oh no, that is a quick action, and the second quick action is using the bombing bay. So that is his turn. He's just standing right there, and being.
Wait, Bombing Bay? Hold on a sec. I think Bombing Bay is free action, isn't it?
Bombing Bay, if the ace is flying when they boost, they may. Oh, they may. Yeah, it looks like they still have a quick action. They're gonna. Well, they don't want to waste that time to do it, but nobody else is here to do it for them since you killed you beat the fuck out of Blood Moon, so they'll put a lock on you.
All right, I am locked onto.
Yep, I'll just put the thing
Got it.
on you. Oh, thank you.
There
Yep.
you go.
So, and that will end their turn. Over here, there's some stuff going on, but don't worry about it, I guess.
All right. Who wants to go now? I think both of my characters and Lyra have not gone yet.
Yeah. So we could probably do. We can more or less guarantee Vika down, and we can probably get
Do
some.
I have anything that's a burst? I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't.
How much can you do with the Sharanga missiles?
I could do Shiraga missiles, so
Because I was just thinking, like, you could theoretically knock out Vika, knock out the thing next to her, and then maybe, like, your movement is probably better than anyone who hasn't already gone, so you could get closer and get us someone near that action.
all right. So
I know Lyra does not have Lyra slow, Lyra strong, Lyra bit, Lyra powerful, Lyra not fast.
all right. So Coriander's gonna say, "Don't worry about the big one. I'll take care of that." And so, yeah, I'm gonna start this round by using the Shiraga missiles. So, it's barrage, and then I think after that, Okay, so I'm. Oh, actually, I'm probably I'm 2 away from Vika, so I probably would get hit if I tried to move. So
You don't have something
me-
that says nah to reactions?
I do not.
Oh.
Hold on a sec. Okay, that's javelin rockets. That's not really going to be useful. What about stun crown? A little risky. I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do my damage and then I'm gonna move. All right, so gonna start with the Shringa missiles, and I'm going to move on to probably Gandiva because I can still do that because it's only heavy, not super heavy. It does decent damage. Okay, so this one is accurate because auto-stabilizing, so first Vika, then the Lackey.
Yeah.
Plus 6, plus 1d6. So 27 versus Vika, that's a crit, and 28 versus the Lackey. That Lackey's super fucking
Yeah,
dead,
that
Jesus.
lackey is dead because these lackeys are just they're just chaff, right? They're just here.
Alright, so yeah,
Feel free to roll your dice, damage dice on Vika and on the lackey.
it's 3 explosive damage.
Alright, the lackey is exploded because they only have 2 hit points.
Okay, so that's fine. She takes 3 explosive, and the only thing I have for crit right now is once round on a critical hit with ranged weapon, do 3 explosive to a different character of my choice. Yeah, that'll be
that,
against
'cause
Blood Moon.
you did a crit to the lackey, so you can get that to Vika.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That, you know what? Yeah, I can choose to do that. So yeah, extra 3 explosive.
Oh wow, Vika's fine.
Impaired, so it's
Yeah.
still,
She's immune to
nothing.
impaired though.
God damn it.
Okay, so let me just mark this. Confirm that. Okay, so next off, Gandiva missiles. I believe this doesn't have anything in particular from crits in case, but it also does have actual rolling damage. Do I have... I should have accurate on this, right? Yeah, accurate, seeking, and smart. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be against E defense, so roll 1d20 plus 6 plus 1d6. Alright, 18 against her E defense.
Vika's E defense? I don't. Vika's E defense is garbage, so I think you got. I think a Carefrat. Yeah, her E defense is only 8. Yeah, you've. It's fine. You can. I think it's 10 because of the extra shit I put on her. Yep, but still, you pass an E defense of 10 effortlessly.
Alright, so let's see how much I hit you with. That's going to be 1d6 plus 3, so...
So I believe in her.
d6 plus 3.
Ooh,
6.
the full 6. All right, so I will just do some math. No, that's not it. Is 16. Okay. She's at 16 now. I think this might be her last structure. I do believe it is. Yes.
One before,
Yeah.
Yep.
and now she took one now.
Yep.
Alright, you know, hey, I haven't overcharged at all. I'm gonna fucking do that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So let's overcharge, and... Probably best to just go again with the Gandiva missile, right?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
keep targets, right?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna skirmish. So roll 1d20. plus 6 plus 1d6 against her E defense. So, yeah, 28 will hit her E defense.
Yep. So what are you doing again? Same thing?
Yep. So roll 2d6 this time because that was a crit.
Nice. Oh, wow.
This is a 6. So 6 plus 3, that's 9.
9 damage. All right.
Damage.
Equals. Okay, so she's at 7. You're getting there. She's starting to sweat. These Sussurar are very noble, honorable sorts, and y'all are clowning on her.
Well,
So-
I mean, there's no other damage I can do this round, so with that done, Isadora is going to start moving, so she probably has something with threat too, right?
She does. And
Alright.
she will try to hit you with it, but let me take a look at what... I think it's just the ram, right? Just the ram cannon. Yeah. Oh, well, she can hit you with the... I'll try and hit you with the other thing because I think it's funny. Hold on. I gave her one funny thing.
Does it have 2 threat?
It does have... it does have 2 threat. It's a gun. It can shoot her.
Well, guns you have that
Okay.
1 and less.
Yeah, okay, so she
Okay,
shoots
that's
you,
fine.
you take 4 kinetic damage, and you are pushed back 3, so you get knocked through the wall, which does an additional 2 kinetic damage to you. So in total, you take 6 kinetic damage as she hits you with just basically with a knockback gun.
How much damage did the wall do?
The wall did 2, the shot did 4.
Okay. Got it. Alright, so I used up 1 movement in order to start moving. She pushed me back, and so now... still gonna try to use the remainder of my movement.
Sorry.
1, 2,
You
3...
should be here because it was
4,
a
5.
pushback 3. It was 1, 2, 3, so you should land there. Sorry. So you just
gotcha.
smash into the wall gracelessly. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Alright, but yeah, Isadora is otherwise unfazed, so she's gonna keep moving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now, is this a wall over here?
That is a door that has been melted open. You
Okay, so you can see
recognize
into the
you,
hallway.
and you can see Quinn fending off this hologram, and you can actually see a white tail, like a white Nimish tail.
Yes, so Isadora was approaching to go for Junebug, but yeah, she turns as she passes the hallway and just sees this and is now just going to be looking down either way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's my turn, because that's all my movement.
Okay, enemy turn. Vika, seeing how things are going for her, basically blows a hole through the top of the space station and looks to all of you and says, "We will meet again," and just boosts off into space in her mech.
I think I owe her money.
Let her leave, who cares? We have bigger problems.
Yeah, Isadora's going to point down the hallway and say, "Alright, Lyra, down that way. I see Quinn.
Yeah.
Anyone who can get down there before me, if you can, do it."
I'm
Yeah.
taking the first PC slot next round.
Mm-hmm.
Jenna, check your DMs
Oh no, I have DMs.
in Discord. But I believe it's Alice's turn then, isn't it?
You can do, you get a showdown with him, but you don't. Yeah, the answer is yes, but he has to he survives for the final boss encounter in the Deliverance mission, but you can get rid of him. Right? You can get a good
Okay.
shot in.
Good. Alice, take your turn, please.
Yeah, let's take your turn. Isadora, while Alice is taking her turn, what you see is Quinn rush forward with the spear that Issa gave her. The spear owned by her wife, and stab at the hologram, and then realize it's not really there, and just hack it away. She just disperses it, and then the Nimish person, you hear like a echoing, distorted chuckle from the Nimish. It sounds like the Nimish is the person who announced that there you are, and you see Quinn start trying to squabble with the Nimish, and the Nimish is just standing there, and it's clear this is not a hologram, but you can see Quinn trying to stab at this Nimish, and it's just such a nimble rat that she's not really getting any hits in on it right now.
Dang, sounds like somebody shouldn't shoot the rat from across the hall, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Alice. Excuse me. God damn it, Lyra. Can you get those walls out of the way, please?
Which ones? Ping them.
I guess this one right here.
Probably like these walls, so that you.
Clear away for me is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
This door's already gone.
This door's gone. I want this
can't
door
do
gone.
that. I could absolutely do that for you. Give me a moment.
Oh yeah, you can just fire like a sabot round through all this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the assault cannon and fire a sabot round. Am I rolling for that?
I don't think you can miss. It's a wall.
Well,
Walls still have evade. It's just very low.
It's like 5.
It literally can't because our grid is high enough now that like
Yeah.
a 5 evade wall will not be missed. Yeah, it will not be missed.
If you do 10 damage, it's gone.
Who is doing what now? What?
Lyra is blasting this wall.
Skirmishing that wall to try to blow a hole in it.
And she's not using a devil axe, so this can't go bad for her.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you don't. I don't even think you need to roll to hit.
Yeah, I did know.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll blow that hole in there. Junebug's still in play, correct?
Yeah, Junebug is
Yes.
still in play.
All right, then I will. Let's see here.
You might need to still spin up your gun because it's a new scene.
No, I assert it at the beginning.
Okay, yeah, then you can spin up and then like explode someone.
Yeah, so I can spin up.
If it makes a difference,
Yeah,
there's a good chance I will get to act before Junebug does. In which case,
Yeah, I'm just making sure I have enough. Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm gonna. I span up, moved, shot. I'm gonna use the big gun on you,
Oh yeah.
and that is the one with accuracy, which is not. Gonna matter.
I believe in your ability to kill the fuck out of Junebug.
I mean, I don't, because
He's got bullshit.
he does
I know.
have a reaction.
So you hit.
It's a 5-5-4-3.
All right. So Junebug
25.
25. Hold on. So Junebug, when hit, it can just move. So and then you just miss. So he will do that. Let me see.
Does it proc reactions?
I don't think it
Barrel
does.
roll.
Yeah, barrel roll. So when a melee or ranged attack hits the ace performs a barrel roll, flying 6 spaces in any direction and causing the attack to miss. This movement ignores engagement and does not provoke reactions.
Yeah.
So as you slam him and hit him, he just moves 6, which I need to actually select him as a pog. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right,
6.
he'll still take the reliable 5.
Yeah, still take the reliable 5.
Yeah, so reliable 5
on him. Yeah.
News is that it is a hefty recharge.
Is Junebug the kind of person who would surrender or no?
I think he'd be more concerned about Vadim than anything else, so he'd probably, if anything, just go to the fall back to try and protect Vadim. So
yeah, unfortunately he
If that
can't.
in the way.
Yeah, he can't.
Then he'd go north.
He flew the wrong way. So in order to get to Vadim, he would have had to have flown the other way. I think he probably would have though, because where was he originally? Let me just click undo.
I mean, you can move him. Yeah, you can
So
move him that
1,
direction.
2, 3, 4,
you have that
5,
power.
6. Yeah, I can move him there. So he goes to here. He's trying to get to Vadim.
Okay.
That is that. It's quote unquote enemy turn.
Unless you want to do anything else, Lyra, or do you not want to use an overcharge?
We have another mission after this, correct?
Nope. This is it. This is just a big long.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have used core power and shit. Never mind.
This is
Oh,
a big.
damn.
I
This
just
is a
forgot to
big.
use
Yeah,
mine.
this is a big long. This is just a long tutorial mission. I do want to end it by midnight. So go ahead and use
Oh
your
damn!
overcharge if you
I just
want.
realized. Just to make sure,
Let me just go then if you
I
want
can't
to
use this.
it.
I can't
Go
use
ahead,
this
Bryn.
name out again. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. I do not want to wait, so I'm going to use a quick axe to stabilize to reload everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to tear through. I'm going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this room, what do I see when
All right,
I stop?
so you see.
Real quick, Coriander didn't take a fair turn, so I'm gonna do that in the background.
Yeah, go ahead. You see
You
Vadim.
keep going with your stuff.
You see Vadim pulling this guy out of the escape pod and moving to get into it. And yes, you can get a shot on him as he gets into, and it can be a good one. As he gets into the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna overcharge then.
Yeah.
To get an
And
action.
you're
so I use an
actually
uncle.
in order, like, you would have to get through the rat to do this, but you actually don't have an issue getting through the rat.
No, Lyra blasted a hole in the wall.
Oh yeah, Lyra
Specifically for this
blasted a hole
purpose.
in the wall, so you can just come right
I
in.
take
Yeah.
5 heat.
Yeah, you take 5 heat. Wow, that's a lot of heat.
Because I would have cleared heat when I stabilized. I'm going to take the shotgun off the uncle and shoot him.
Yes, that hits him.
No,
I didn't roll.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
just
That
a
was-
roll. Oh, yeah,
I'll do my scene after Britain's.
yeah. You blast him, and you like blast a hole into him, right? And
I haven't rolled yet.
oh, okay, go ahead. That's just a 26 for something, but go ahead. Oh, that's
That
Isadora.
was
All right, sorry. Go ahead and roll your dice to hit. Yeah,
a crit.
I'm glad that.
24.
Yeah, so roll your full shotgun damage.
Yes.
I'm doing it. I think that's right. Let me look. Yep. It is. I did 22 damage.
Oh gosh,
I
yeah.
said, you're not leaving.
You blow a chunk out of his side, like, right, and you see like a spray.
Yeah, that's his him, right? That's the guy, right?
Yeah, this is literally Vadim.
Yeah.
You see a spray of black as you blow a hole out of his side, and you see a
Black.
Yeah, black. And you see a surprised expression on his face as he like for a moment, he looks at you with utter befuddlement, right? And then he staggers into the pod and
Hold on.
Yeah.
Nope. Because I shot that, my integrated weapon also fires. Mm-hmm. I got one more shot at him.
yeah. Well,
And
you
this
can
is
basically
actually accurate.
land the shot before the pod door closes, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Another crit.
Another crit. You're so mad at this man.
This is like the best Bryn has ever rolled.
He
Yeah,
hates this guy
hold on,
so
do I
much.
get- And this gets an extra D6 explosive because it's my first shot after loading.
Mm-hmm.
No, that did not roll right. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
It's be 66. He passed 3. I'll roll 3 more
Mm-hmm.
and then see what it is. 3D. Can't type. 3D6. God. So that would be 6.
11.
11.
And then 5 more.
17.
17.
No.
Oh,
17
yeah, 17.
total.
All right. Where do you hit him with this shot? Because I decided you kind of shot him in the back with on the back side and blew out the side. Like the love
Is there
handle.
anything left of him?
I mean, yeah, he's got like a shoulder, a head, legs. You could blow off a leg.
Yeah, I think I blow off like half his head.
Yeah, okay. You blow off like the flesh of his head, right? You shoot him with the gun, and yeah, it should just shatter his head. Like, you see the flesh come away, and you see chrome.
Oh, and also, I guess I didn't even mention the shotgun's knockback 4.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So I think I knocked I knock him into the
Yep.
escape pod. And I knocked the escape pod out of the ship.
Yep. The escape pod is already going out of the ship, and like I said, you blow open his head, and you see chrome. You see a chrome, like a shiny silver skull, and you see him slump back, and like his eye, like and a Terminator like glowing red eye from where you blew out the side of his head, right? And the pod just like the door doesn't even bother to close as you knock the thing out, and he like the door starts to close, but he's out in space and he's completely unfazed. And holy shit, Quinn's dad is a cyborg.
As he's flying away, I do like the put him on the bit
Mm-hmm.
because he's obviously facing towards me as it flies backwards, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad I had the action to do that. Holy shit! Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah, very
Did I
good.
take it? Did I take any Overwatches for that? on the way here?
I mean, probably, but let's say like
No, you wouldn't because you flew in from above.
You flew in from above, and if you want to, you can take like a narratively appropriate amount of damage. But we only have 3 minutes left.
It doesn't matter.
So
it doesn't matter. I have 24.
Junebug just kind of after Vadim escapes, just kind of lower.
Real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to resolve Coriander's turn, and Coriander will absolutely decimate Blood Moon. I think you hear the shots ring out from the hallway. Junebug is just darting there.
Yeah.
Turns around and is just barely able to see Coriander turn to Blood Moon's mech, and just, let's see, that was 6 damage, 6 kinetic, and then 6 plus... So 12, and then another 4, so that's 16 damage. Coriander's just cutting this mech to pieces, and Junebug just keeps flying for Vadim.
Mm-hmm.
So he ended up here, right?
Yeah.
Can I do one funny thing before we end?
Yeah.
I love funny things.
Make a contested hull roll.
Oh no. Let me look at what Junebug's hull save is.
His hull sucks. It's like the one thing he's bad at.
Hull is -2. Yeah, this is gonna be great.
So he needs to roll a 15 or better.
God.
1 and 4.
Oh, that's an equal to. Let's do a -2. Ah, boo!
Alright, yep, alright, so I miss.
He's so slippery.
What that was going to be if it had worked was, so Sylvia's cables, she can just make a contested hull check against someone within 5 of her as a quick action, and go like, if they fail, she just goes like, fall over, wham!
Okay,
Alright,
so Vadim escapes.
cables.
Junebug is gonna try and rush out after Vadim, and he basically will cover Vadim's retreat, so Vadim can get away. Like he'll distract you.
I will shoot him as he goes by me.
He'll distract you and harry you like a bumblebee, right? To buy Vadim enough time to get away, but you will probably wind up killing Junebug. Okay, like Junebug will not run away. He will say, "Well, it looks like you got me," right? But if you trust him,
I think he would go with Vadim. Vadim has made an appropriate distance.
Yeah.
Once he says that, that's the point where Sylvia just flies out to meet him, grabs him, and then calls the Allison and says, "Fire on my position."
Yep. Because as you grab him, he does like he ain't I a stinker and does a stabby, right? But then he gets obliterated by the Alice cannons. What has happened, like narratively, is Quinn asks this Nimish person who they are. As the Nimish person blocks her from confronting her dad, and then Bryn bursts into the room and just blows her dad away. And Bryn, as you turn, you see this Nimish person just kick Quinn through both these walls into this room, all right, and then just draw a katana and slash into her suit, destroying her automatic translator, like selectively targeting it and just hacking into it, and playing this song from the sound system in her mech, which I can't actually play anymore.
Oh, god damn it.
For future
reference. I wonder who this could be.
It's the only thing I know for real. Anyway.
And then she just, this Nimish just shreds into her. Just blood sprays across the ground as Quinn slams against the wall. And then she turns to face you and grins and grips the sword strongly.
Well, I'd be shooting at this point,
yep.
I think.
She deflects the fucking swords, the bullets, just like in Metal Gear Rising.
How many can you deflect in one round, please? I can fire so many. I have 5 shots I can do in one round for now.
Quinn gets back up, but she thinks, I'm gonna stop the song because it's making me yell. This Nimish assassin isn't even regarding Quinn anymore because she thinks she's dead, right? She thinks she got her. And Quinn is able, like, as you're all, like, trying to get this fucking ninja rat, Quinn, who she's taking for granted, manages to just get up and impale her from behind with this armor-piercing lance. And the Nimish's eyes widen, and Quinn reaches for the proscalar that the Nimish person is reaching and wearing and tries to grab it. And at that, the Nimish pushes her away and just blows a hole through the wall and escapes.
Yeah, that's like glass right there, so that's easy.
Yep. She would cut it open with her cool samurai sword and then boost out. And Quinn, like, just slashed open by an armor-piercing lightning sword, collapses to the ground bleeding. Horribly.
Yeah, Bryn, like, he ejects from his mech and hits her with the corrective to stabilize her.
Yep.
Because I think she's down and out, right?
Yeah, she's down and out.
Yeah, he hits her with the corrective. Like, I think what it looks like, it's like when you, like, burrito a cat.
Yeah.
It's like rolled up, just her head sticking out.
She clings on long enough to say, I didn't think she'd just strike me. Why would a Nimish? And she just slumps. Like, Quinn doesn't understand that a Nimish person would be evil.
Some furries are Nazis. It happens.
Some furries are Nazi furries.
Some furries can fuck off.
All right. So is that pretty much end of the session?
That ends the session.
Yeah.
The session wind up is... Yeah, go ahead.
Isadora would have gone to help Quinn, but I think Coriander just actually goes to the Blood Moon, or Blood Moon's mech, picks her up out of it, and is just like, all right, well, I guess we've got a prisoner now.
Yep.
So, what did we come here for in the first place again? Because I completely
they're
forgot.
trying to, one, Vadim, but two, pick up any trace of where Meliora went. Because she was here.
So,
this is her last known location. Again,
right.
What you'll find, just do a quick hack fix or investigate, and I'll also do that to just see what we can do, because this is a pretty easy check, especially since we have grit. Yeah, Quinn can... Oh, wow, Isadora, no.
We're all fine. Okay.
Isadora, you find Vadim's porn, and you can't unsee it.
Oh, and I'm sure it's like... it's probably like cucking or something. It's that kind of guy. Like all the right-wing dudes, and that's it.
It's very cursed, but not in the way that you'd think.
Yeah?
Like the kind of... It's like when Ted Cruz liked porn on his main Twitter feed back then.
That's literally also the thing I thought of.
It's literally just armpit stuff, and it's like...
This is distressing.
I'm distressed.
You can't...
Anyway, I wasn't actually gonna attack Vadim in person mode until he obliterated that guy, and that made Bryn really mad. He's so mad.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a whole space station here.
Mm-hmm. It's when you do the hack fix, you can pull up a bunch of stuff, and basically this space station was it was actually existing to try and find the archives that Quinn already has. So it's actually trying to collect information that was lost and recompile it. But Quinn already has those archives. 2, it is one of the things it is trying to research into is blink gates and how to make one. And 3, you can find those traces of Meliora and which direction she shot out towards. And of course, it's towards Dinhark and towards Nim, as you already know.
Who owns the space station?
Who originally owns the space station? I believe.
Well, who is occupying it?
Who currently is occupying it? I would think it would be one of the shell companies of one of the big corporations. Fefner is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so it's probably either a shell corporation of IPSN or a shell corporation of Harrison Armory. Well, with Quinn's 19, it's easy enough to find out that this is a shell corporation of one of those two entities.
while they're doing all the investigating, Bryn storms like into the wherever the captain's room or whatever.
Where is it? It's over here on the map, right? Right there, right? That's the captain's room, if I remember. I played
whoever's
Space
in, he
Station.
just shows him out of the way. He gets on the intercom and says, "You all have 10 minutes to evacuate."
Yep. Everybody.
And then he smashes the receiver.
Everybody starts scrambling out. They were making some really good. They basically have figured out how to make a bleak gate. It's just about getting the resources. And you can actually see kind of the tally of resources that they've been able to get together, and they're making some pretty good progress on getting it. Though the latest the latest file does say that the constant revolts and rebellions and riots and strikes have really slowed down their ability to get these resources together and get them compiled together to make the gate. And
Were they doing it here?
They're doing it outside of they're not exactly sure where to put it and how to anchor it. I'm going to say, because
where are they collecting the resources?
They've been collecting it from across the galaxy and putting it someplace, but just keeping track of where they were collecting it and what they need and doing the research here. So they weren't going to build the gate here. They were going to build the gate near Deliverance's home planet, which is Haven. But since Meliora can't get to Haven, that plan has probably changed. But you raided this place before they could send the next message. The message you get is just where they are at, how close they are, and maybe we shouldn't have killed that girl, as thought.
Well, I hope they like this spaces because it's getting blown up now.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Jeff, what are your plans for blowing it up? Can we collaborate on this?
Well, I'm sure there's an engine we can.
Yeah, in actual Space Station 13, you could turn the engine into a demon.
You could. It's very easy to turn the engine into a bomb in this place.
A demon, or you can actually, if you do it wrong, you can.
Sylvia just walks down with Bryn, looks at front of the engine, and goes "I almost regret having to make this blow up."
I'm pretty sure, this is an antimatter engine, so just open that.
What I was going to say is, if you do it right, you can actually turn the engine into a black hole and suck the entire ship into it and end the game.
That's fine. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I think
that's in Space Station. That's in Space Station 13.
Depending on this thing here, because Lancer, cold core is a solid thing. It's probably just a really big cold core thing. Yeah. It would be really easy to just stabilize it and make it stack pull the way a mech does when you critical reactor.
So,
and as we do that, we leave, and the whole thing explodes.
When Noel sees Quinn, she narrows her eyes and gathers Quinn up in her arms and looks.
It's still burritoed.
Yep, and looks to you all and just asks what happened.
Ninja rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ninja rat.
Yeah. Because
I'm skeptical that was actually a Nimish.
What you did see is what Noel will tell you is that the mech that Nimish had those prying claws that can rip people out of the cockpit, and the first thing she did is tear Quinn out of the cockpit and then knock Noel away, and it was just Noel couldn't keep up. So Noel's relieved that to have Quinn back. Yeah. I mean, Quinn did grab at the Nimish's neck, and I, the GM, identified that it was a proscalar that Quinn was grasping at. But I mean, I don't know if you could have noticed that distinction, since proscalars are literally designed to just look like regular fucking clothing. But yeah. All right, so that ends this session. The next time.
Well, it wasn't that I have that thought from. It was something you said. I forget the exact wording now.
Yeah.
When you're attacking Quinn, so I think it's the other Quinn.
The Nimish selectively struck Quinn in the translation part, the auto translator in her armor, in her suit, so that Quinn couldn't understand any language spoken to her by anybody.
I mean, we can just fix that though.
Yeah, you can just repair it, but definitely there is definitely something the Nimish was trying to do to prevent Quinn from being understanding people speaking to her, right? So yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, it would be very weird. Because she did that, like, in the last seconds of getting there.
Well, basically, it was the first thing. Like, when Bryn bust through the wall, Bryn could see if he was looking, but he was too busy shooting Vadim. But in the recordings that you can watch later, you can see the Nimish intentionally chop into the reader and then carve across her and kick her through the room. Like, kick her into that room. So very
I think
focused.
Maybe it was more of a like symbolic thing, probably.
Some sort of personal message, I guess, from somebody incredibly dramatic, a very very dramatic rat woman.
I wonder who could be.
It's a rat lady. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yep.
All right. Well, let's just pile on the ships and leave.
Yeah. You know where Meliora's next known location is, and basically, with that, the final person you'll just be because I didn't want to lead this into Deliverance's final mission until we settle up Fefner's mission, and I thought Vadim would just get away instead of getting pulled in and etc. I was thinking Quinn would fail that roll because the dice hate me and I had a completely different thing, but keep it feral. So next time you're just gonna follow Meliora to Dinhark and do the final Deliverance mission, I think. So remember the timing, folks. I want the final Deliverance mission to happen right before the final mission of the campaign. So you two will do your DMing, but this will be just landing on Dinhark and raiding the base, and all your friends are gonna show up.
Come together for a big party.
Yeah, you're gonna have a big pizza party.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording, and thanks for staying up these extra 15 minutes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.